Wake that ass up. It's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. You're now rocking with the best. I am the architect, Sean Garvey DJ Rollem. Is going to be joining with us in just a few moments. Make sure you follow us on all your social media at Beat Break Radio, Podcast FM Now, and at Reach One Network Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Got a great show for you all today. Got a great topic like we always do, ladies and gentlemen. You can also hear this program on thinkingoutloudnetwork.com. That's thinkingoutloudnetwork.com. Don't forget to download the Podcast FM app to all of your mobile devices right now. You can get it on Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store to listen to us live. We are here between now and 10 a.m. Thank you so much for rocking out with us. Don't forget to check us out online, beatbreakradiofm.com 24/7 to hear all of the great programming, including the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Rollem is going to be joining with us in just a few moments. I did something very interesting over the weekend. I hope everyone had a very safe and wonderful Easter Sunday. But I did something productive over the weekend. And during my spare time over the weekend, I had an opportunity to write down the list of names of people who have appeared on the Beat Break Morning Show between 2010 all the way up to now. Can you believe it's been 11 years since we started the Beat Break? Well, at the time it was Beat Break Radio, the Beat Break Show, and now it has blossomed into the Beat Break Morning Show. And between 2010 all the way up to now, we have had 21 people appeared as hosts and co-hosts on the Beat Break Morning Show. And I'll go down through the entire list in just a few moments once DJ Rollem comes on the live line with us. But one of those people we had an opportunity to have on the Beat Break Morning Show as a co-host. I met her a couple of years ago through a very great friend of ours, Sharia Thomas. Shout out to Sharia Thomas. And she does it all, ladies and gentlemen. She's a singer. She's a songwriter. She does a lot of incredible work in the community. And she is also a fellow podcaster, just like us. She has her own podcast, which I guess you could say came from us.
It
Would it be
did.
fair to say
It
that?
did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was
We have
born
done it.
on the
We
Beat
have
Break Morning Show.
there you
That was
go.
the birth of
Dynasty. Right here on the Beat Break Morning Show.
it.
She's back, ladies and gentlemen. Dynasty Smith.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's
Yeah,
happening?
the Dynasty DMs was definitely born on the Beat Break Morning Show. So shout
Yeah.
out to Beat Break.
Big shouts, big shouts. Dynasty DM extended.
Podcast.
Congratulations on all your success
Thank
with
you.
the podcast. Let me give a
Thank
hand
you.
clap for that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
let's get a hand clap for that. First and foremost, how have you been?
Oh man, I've been really, really good, really blessed. Excited about all the opportunities that have been just coming my way. Just a lot's been going on, and I'm really happy and excited about some things that I'm getting involved in and having the opportunity to do, especially when, it's such a time where people have gone through such hardships and not so good experiences with this pandemic still going on for the
Yeah,
last year. So, but I've really been blessed. I have no complaints at all.
yeah, yeah. Me either. I believe that there's always going to be challenges post COVID, after COVID,
Yes,
and us in the entertainment industry and
yes,
broadcasting, we always survive. We
yes.
always find innovative ways to get over the hump, to get over the struggle.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know, you
Mhm.
know what I
Mhm.
mean? We were in
Mhm.
Wade Work Studios. It seemed like yesterday, Dynasty. We were in Wade Work Studios in the ATL, having
Right.
fun, cutting up,
Right.
acting a fool,
Right.
putting out great shows. And
Right.
then COVID happened, and we only went back into the studio maybe one or two times. And then
Yeah.
after that, me and Roland, we did most of our shows
Remote.
remotely by
Yeah.
way of virtual.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and you was on for a few moments when we did a Zoom video.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But
Yes.
we're back because you got some big things popping off. You recently released a new video.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about that. What is the video?
For the single All Night, which is just a favorite of a lot of people. I've performed it many times on stage, and finally I think COVID kind of really pushed me to get back into just some internet content and building my internet presence.
Mm,
So we decided to go here. I had written the treatment for the video myself, like probably I would say probably like a year ago. I wrote the
nice.
treatment for the video. And then I started working with a young lady that's assisting me in kind of managing my all these projects that I have. And she had a videographer on deck and also put me with some other folks in film. But the videographer, shout out to Jacory, young guy, about 21 years old,
Mm,
awesome, awesome, just a very talented young man. And he said, "Yeah, I want to do the project," and he came on board. And by the time we got done, we had about 2 hours worth of footage, and we ended up doing a short film for All Night, as well as a promo video and an
nice,
official video. So it was a lot of
nice.
fun. It's just amazing how much time and effort goes into it. We all know in production, as far as entertainment business, just for maybe 4 minutes worth of footage. 4 minutes worth of, the actual what you actually use. Because even still, 2 hours worth of footage, and we used about 8 minutes for the short film. We used about 4 minutes and maybe 60, what was it, 17 seconds for promo or something like that. So it's
Yeah.
just crazy. But
It,
met a lot of people along the way, had some cameo folks in there. Rich Mo from Black Ink is in there.
okay.
Shout out to them. As you know, I'm on Black Ink Radio. So
Yeah.
with him, got Untamed Gorilla on there. He has his own label and also just signed to a label and distribution. We just did a remix to the song All Night. So shout out to Untamed Gorilla and Will the Shooter and some of those folks that was actually in the short film. So we had a good time
Yeah.
doing that. And
Yeah. So
Judah,
it's a video slash short film.
we
So
got
when
two.
they
We have an
the two,
official
okay.
video, the music video. Then is a short film that actually shows me performing live.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been doing that.
Yeah. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah. So walk us through the video. There are some people who haven't seen the video yet or didn't
Okay.
get a chance to watch the video, but walk us through the video.
Okay. Well, the whole idea of the video was to be go back to romance and being classy in terms of because a lot of people that I've spoken to, especially with me being in media and just having conversations with different people are complaining about, the R&B music is not the same. People are
Mm,
not courtship, they're not into courtships, the love and the romance is just not there, and people are just it's like just want to have these whirlwind situations and jump into these situations without a courtship and without the
yeah.
romance and and not really without getting to know somebody and really liking them. So I was like, anybody can do a bedroom scene and all that kind of stuff. And even though the song is entitled All Night, when you listen to the lyrics, it's more descriptive of how that person sets the scene for her, like pouring the wine and lighting the candles and putting the rose petals around and just really romancing her,
Yeah.
and she's excited about going to see him. So you see, him in the video, you see scenes of him putting the rose petals down, you see scenes of him lighting candles and getting his place together. And you see clips of her driving and walking towards, his place, and going to the door and
Mm.
them sipping on wine. And it's just really classy and more romantic. And it really did exactly what I wanted it to do. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it when we go back to the essence of
yes,
intimacy, of
yes,
romance,
yes,
and
yes,
not with all this other stuff,
yes, yeah,
that is sex. I mean,
right, yeah,
I
just
love certain videos. I love watching certain videos and what
yeah,
have you, but it's nothing like your storytell video
yes,
type of videos
yes,
that remind you of what love really is. You
absolutely,
know what I mean?
absolutely, yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
love it. I'm
yes.
all for it.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. In the film, we just kind of captured some of the things that happen throughout the day. Because as we go throughout the day, you see in the film where we're coming to a location to me, my manager, and this other young lady to talk to a club owner about me
Mm-hmm.
performing, and then we're there, and then Untamed Gorilla's there, and
Oh,
he's just like he says, well, that's his name, Untamed Gorilla, and he's there with his colleague Will the Shooter, and there's a scene where they're at the bar and they send us over drinks, and then he says, I want to do a song with Dynasty, so it's kind of just showing like what we do, as an artist, having these conversations about
right,
performances,
right.
going to different clubs and talking to club owners. And then people get, start getting to know you. And you start seeing the same people, and I'm sure you know that. You start seeing the same people and the same faces in this business. It's very
It's
small.
it is very small,
Yeah.
especially in Atlanta. It's very
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bumped into somebody the other day that I used to work with. I was like, wait a minute, don't I know you from somewhere? That's what it
Yeah,
is.
so it's so funny because, or somebody say, I've heard of you, somewhere or
Mm-hmm.
another,
Or
they've
you look
heard of
like this person
mm-hmm,
and that person,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I would sometimes joke and lie and say, oh, I'm Jermaine Dupri's cousin. Like, oh, really?
Really?
I'm like, yeah, we're the same height.
Really? Oh my God.
No,
What's
no,
up,
I don't do that. Let me stop lying. I don't do it.
Roland?
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. But we're all for it.
Mm-hmm,
It's very great. It's
mm-hmm.
very great. Now let's transition over to Black Ink Radio. You are
Yes.
over at Black Ink Radio. Congratulations,
Thank you.
doing your own thing. Your show called Dynasty DM Extended, and like I mentioned a few moments ago, it spawned from your segment
Yes.
here at Beat Break
Yes.
Radio on the Beat Break Morning Show. And you
Yes.
wanted to take the segment to the next level. So talk to us about the process of going over to Black Ink Radio and
You
launching your
know,
show there.
that was so funny because shout out to Thinking Out Loud because I was also on Thinking Out Loud Network for
You're right.
12 episodes, and the whole thing for me was okay. I'm gonna kind of test market it and see how it does. To actually do this podcast and calling it the extended podcast from, of course, Beat Break Morning Show,
Mm-hmm.
and I had great guests come on, and everybody was like, this is going to really take off. I love what you're doing. I love the content. I love the topics. I love it's so organic, and it's not ratchet, which I think we have enough ratchet content out there in the
It's too
world.
much. It's too much.
It's
Too
way
much
too much.
sauce. Too much
Yeah.
sauce.
So, we have a good time, but the crazy thing is it seemed, I felt like it was doing well. And I said, well, this is probably going to do really well and maybe take off in the next 6 months to a year. We started actually taping, I think, in like September. And in October,
Ooh.
somebody saw it. My previous co-host that was on shared it with some of his friends because he wasn't on social media, but he shared it with some of his friends and they liked it. And somebody saw it that knew someone at Black Ink and said, "Listen, I like what she's doing. It's dope, and y'all need to talk to them." So just set up a meeting with Rich Mo. And we went over there, and at first I was like a little leery because I knew what Black Ink, the actually reality series, is about, and I was
Right. People, yeah, because people heard of Black Ink Crew from VH1.
right,
And
right.
I know there were people that were thinking like, okay, is Black Ink the radio version of the reality show?
It's the same people. Yeah, it's the same brand. It is the same
Oh,
brand. It
okay.
is. It is the
Okay.
same brand. It's one and the same. It's all Caesar. It's all owned by Caesar. Yes.
Nice. Nice.
So I was just afraid that I was going to have to my identity, and I didn't want to do that. And they was like, "No, you still remain yourself. You don't have to change anything that you're doing." So they're actually filming Black Ink right now. They're filming like season number 9 or 10 at Black Ink
Yeah, I was
Atlanta.
wondering like what season they are on because they've
Like
been on
nine or
for a
10.
minute. I
Yeah,
haven't
they're
kept count.
there. They're there. See, they're almost done. I think Richmo said they'll be done because the radio station is actually in Black Ink Atlanta. It's inside the tattoo
Ah,
shop. It's in the
you're
shop.
right, right.
hmm
Is
So
Duchess still on? What is she still on the show, or if so, what season?
I honestly don't know. I never followed the show. To be honest with you,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I never
Okay.
followed it. I've met the people that are there regularly because I've been there a lot for different events, the Black Lounge event, the Too Hot Radio. I don't know if y'all know about the artist showcases that we do with Too Hot Radio. So I've
Mhm.
been down to Tampa with them. I went out to Vegas. I'm not gonna be there for the 420 because I have something to do. I have to go to Jersey. But I've been having a lot of fun. I'm really a lot with Rich Mo a lot, doing some of the off-site things with him, also like live broadcast type of events at different club spots. We have a good time doing those things. So the
Mhm.
brand, I mean, the brand, as everybody knows, they have brand recognition, but they're really good people. I have a good time, with them. Even just cultivating that relationship, I started with them in December, and but I actually started cultivating that relationship in October. So, and we just continue to grow. And now, pretty much wherever you might see Rich Mo doing something, unless I'm somewhere else, I'm usually there on site, when we're doing remote stuff as well. But we have a good time. Rich Mo now pretty much co-hosts with me on the show.
Okay.
Him and Callie Bo Williams, who is a comedian from Uptown Comedy. And that came about because he was doing radio before. And
Right.
it just was crazy because we met and I was just gonna have him come on and guest co-host. And which is still kind of like that because I know he's really busy and something might take him away from it for a little while. But as of now, he's been consistently there. So they have been my two co-hosts, now for probably since the end of December.
Mm.
Rich Mo, he just kind of came on because he's running it, but then we just kind of kept him on there and it just worked. And then we're
Right.
always other places together, so it just makes sense for him to be on there with me. But
Yeah.
Calibo, shout out to him. He has a special coming up at Uptown Comedy on the 11th. But we've been having a good time. We have a real good time. We always got some great guests on the show, to join in the topics. I'm all about the independent. Y'all know, that's how we are. We always been that
Absolutely.
way,
Yeah.
So I always have
Gotta support the
artists,
independent scene. Yeah.
absolutely, comedians, business owners, just any type of really independent talent, to help people get a leg up, help people shine, and you utilize, my platform and platforms as much as I can to, not only for myself but also for other independents like me. So
Absolutely.
it's been really great, and I've been meeting a lot of really good people. Yeah,
A
so
lot of
it's
great
awesome.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah,
got
it's been
the
great.
music video out right now, All Night, and you
Yes.
working on the short film version of All Night.
Well,
The
that's done.
radio,
All that's done.
it's
It's all
already
out
done.
there on YouTube on
It's
Miss
on YouTube.
Dynasty. Miss
You know what we
Dynasty
got to
Smith
do? We got
Media.
to post it on our
Okay.
beatbreakradiofm.com page
Okay.
for people to
Okay.
check it out. I
Okay.
honestly, Dynasty, I haven't had a chance to check out the video yet.
Oh my God.
Listen,
Oh my
I'm
God.
like you. Listen, I'm like you.
Roll them, get them.
Don't put me in this.
There go
Don't
DJ
put me in
Rollem.
this.
DJ Rollem in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, don't put me in this, man, because it's been a wild few months of 2021. So don't put me in that. Don't put me in that.
Well, you
No.
already in there. You already in
You in
there,
there,
man.
right?
Nah, I'm neutral man. DJ neutral.
So shout out. Yeah, it's Black Ink is we've been having a good time with that.
Yeah. DJ
hmm
Rollem just joined in with us. DJ Rollem, man, I know it's been a minute since you have seen Dynasty. She's doing
Yeah.
big things, man. She got the podcast over at Black Ink Radio, the extended version of Dynasty DMs. The all night video and the short film is already out there, man. I know you got some congratulations, some great positive remarks that you would love to share to Dynasty right now.
But Dynasty, I'm glad I can see you live instead of seeing it all over social media. That's all I've been seeing is all over social media. I'm like, when am I going to see it? And I get your texts and all that stuff. Like, check this
I
out.
try
And
to
all
make
that.
sure I
I'm
keep
like,
y'all updated.
I'm like, can I
I'm
get a hey? How
I'm
you
acting
doing?
now.
Is your gate open?
I don't remember yet.
I'm like, yeah. So I'm good grass, definitely. I really am proud of you. You have the talent, and when me and G Wade saw you at the that spot, man, I'm like, man, I just knew more big things are coming up for you. So I wasn't really shocked that you got to that point already, but I knew it was coming sooner or later. So it came. So
here it is, right?
Blew it up. Yeah, you just blew it up on social media. It's like every time I see something on the wall between Facebook and Instagram, I keep seeing. I'm like, dang, all right, okay. Nope. Knew it was coming. So you got the beauty, you got the talent, got the voice, all that. So it was about to come sooner or later. So I'm just glad it's 2021 is definitely treating you very well and everything. So I'm so happy about that. So since I don't know if you recognize what's been going on with me, you know, in at least the early part, do you know what's going on with me?
I think you got engaged, right?
Yeah. So I ain't know if you knew or not. So.
Congratulations. Celebrating love. Yes. That is a beautiful thing.
So
yes.
Next April 2022, April 30th to be a matter of fact is the date. So
well, keep me posted. I know. There. I mean, a lot of times you don't want to overdo, you know, things.
Right.
Whatever type of
super rushing,
you
know. Yeah, we ain't super rushing or anything. You know, we've been together all these years, and why trying to rush to get, you know, we ain't gotta do all that. So
take your time. Right. Yeah. But you know, ain't do it the way y'all want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm singing at one of my friends that they've been together about 4 years, got engaged. They're doing a destination wedding, so I'll be singing at her wedding.
Oh, okay.
Next year, it'll be next year. Yeah, I'm excited for you. That is awesome. I think that is awesome. You know, we need more of that going around. More love going around.
People say black love, and I'm like, okay, we got the black love, but when is black forever? That's when you say black love forever.
Yeah.
So that's what it needs to be right now.
I love that.
Black love
BLF.
forever.
BLF.
Yeah, BLF.
There you go.
Go trademark it.
BLF, baby.
Nice.
All day, every day.
Yeah, trademark.
Nice.
Yeah. Before we let you go, Dynasty, I was just telling DJ Rollem, I was just telling Dynasty when she came on that during my spare time over the weekend, I had an opportunity to put together a list of all the people who have been on Beat Break since
we lost
your voice.
There it is.
2011. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and we have had 21 people on this show as host and co-host.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dynasty is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Man.
We have, I think maybe I should go through the list here. We got you, of course, DJ Rollem, Dynasty. We got myself. We got Sharia Thomas, Diamond Love. This is the first time we ever doing this, ladies and gentlemen, while we have Dynasty Smith on the line. Diamond Love, Michelle Livingston, Lily, Signature Phrase, DJ 360, Anthony Ucargo Jr. I know you remember Anthony.
Oh, Ucargo man, I follow him on Twitter. So yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Moody. He's like Busta Rhymes to a Tribe Called Quest.
Yes. Got that right.
Exactly. More Than Ashley, Durante. Who is this? I don't have my glasses on right now. I'm just going through the list really quick because we got to get into some stuff here. Felicia Barnes, aka Lady Phoebe, Lola B, Blue Rocks, Nicole King, Lolo G, Alexandria Lawson Medugal, Natasha Pierre, A. Lachey, Sharafat Mohammed, and last but not least, Dynasty Smith.
Wow.
Well, what you got to say about that, DJ Rollem?
That's one hell of a list. I mean, that's one hell of a list, and it's not like a. It's I would say it's a growing stage. Like this is nothing against anybody moving on, but this is my thing. We like the pioneers for you to make that first step going into your forever step, I would say.
Yeah.
And everything. So once you get to that step, when you come through Beat Break, the sky's the limit from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we definitely congratulate on that, because we appreciate that you had the time with us here, and then get better somewhere else. Just don't forget us. That's the
Heck
thing. Don't
no.
forget us. And all
I
that.
was just telling somebody, I said, I think one of the most special moments for me will be able to have an event where I can celebrate with the people who have supported me through this journey, where I can just have like chef, a nice event where I'm like, hey, y'all don't gotta do nothing, just come, and enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just so that's what I look forward to doing for the folks who have been on this journey with me and continue on this journey of support. We've all had like a lot of conversations, you know what I'm saying? And you need that. I was just having a conversation with Darnell Morris, and I was saying how as
Yeah, I
artists
just
and
spoke to him not too
entertainers.
long ago. Shout out to Darnell
I'm
Moore.
gonna be on his show next Sunday. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's really nice to have, those people who know you and you can talk on the phone and sit on the phone. Sean and I have done it, DJ Roll and I, we done share conversations, you know what I'm saying? But as entertainers, we all Tamiko, you know what I'm saying, we all need that support, that real support, you know what I mean? Not just the ones that come out and clap for you at the shows. It's that outside support that you need
Right.
sometimes. Because, I always say the hardest thing to overcome is self-doubt, and you have those moments, where you're like, am I really doing this? You know what I mean? Am I gonna be able to do this? And then you always, like, for me, I have like quite a few things coming up, and my main thing is I always want to be able to deliver. You know what I'm saying? I have shows coming up. Now I'm acting, so that's coming up. So more videos coming up. So it's just always me, it's just always wanting to be able to deliver what people have gotten used to, and always give them what they want, you know.
Tyler Perry in the future.
They say I'm a Tyler Perry actress. It's so funny. I'm actually the lead character. I don't know if you guys saw the promo videos. I try to make sure I keep y'all in the loop of everything. But
Right.
the series is called The Weight We Carry from Renting Men. And I went for the director asked me to come out, and it went well. And the writer loved me. She's out of St. Louis, he's out of New York. And I didn't know I was going to be the leading character in this series. So they were like, you never acted before? I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? So, but apparently they thought I did a phenomenal job. And so that's where that's coming. We'll be shooting that in either May or June. We'll start shooting, more. So I shared the clips on IG, the teasers I shared on IG.
Right.
I had her on. Marietta Devine is the writer. She was on I was gonna say Beat Break on Black Ink. She was on Black Ink, and then also, I don't know if you guys know, I do flavor. I host an independent artist video countdown show, and so if y'all know any independent artists that want to get their videos played, send them my way. It's really just minimal for them to get their videos on there. It's like a $35 starting. They can have it's all kind of packages, but they have an opportunity. We're on Roku television now. So they have an opportunity to be seen. There's 40 million viewers coming through Roku television. So it's just been awesome with that. So I'm excited about these opportunities that are coming along. And y'all just want to keep these dates in mind. Memorial Day weekend, I will be with the band Smoke at Theory Lounge on May 28th. And then my official release party is scheduled to be at Vista Vibes on June 24th. So it's going to be a big deal. I got Too Hot Radio. I had DJ Dynasty and DJ Superstar.
DJ Dynasty. Are you DJ Dynasty? Or
I'm not DJ Dynasty. There's actually a DJ Dynasty. That's why we had to do it, because his name was DJ Dynasty. So we was like, we gotta do something together. So we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff together. Actually, he wants to do a promo photo shoot together and do some stuff on site together, since he's DJ Dynasty and I'm Dynasty. So it just had to happen.
Gotcha.
We had to do it, So, but I'm really having a good time, enjoying the ride, So that's, just make sure y'all let those folks know. And y'all got to come by Black Ink at some point. I'm going to
Oh
have
yeah,
a special edition.
hey, we was just waiting for an invitation, baby.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what we're waiting on.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to get y'all over there. We're going to have a special edition on Black Ink Radio. We gonna
All right.
Black Ink Radio.
Black Ink Radio.
Yeah, Black Ink Radio meets the Beat Break Morning Show. Let's do it.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make it blacker because me and DJ Rollem, we both dark skinned. So we're gonna make that place super. We're gonna make that place super black. It's gonna be
like Rich Modo.
Y'all gonna have to change it.
Shades on like Rich Modo.
We're gonna have to change. We're gonna call it Black Ink Wakanda Radio in a minute.
Oh my
God. all this black chocolate up in here. All right. Yo, Dynasty, before we let you go, how can people follow you? Where can people follow you?
Y'all can find me on Facebook, Dynasty Smith. You can follow me, DYNASTI55 on IG. And you can check out a lot of the content, video content on Ms. Dynasty Smith Media on YouTube. So, and then of course on Black Ink Radio every Thursday at 6:00. Also on the Flavor, Roku Television, TV 1061, independent artist videos. We have a good time on that show. And if y'all know some chefs, send them my way, because also on the Flavor, we have different ideas for appetizers. And I'm eating, I'm having a good time on this. So, when you watch TV, you eat, right?
Right.
That's what you do. So, we come up with different ideas for snacks on the Flavor. So I'm on the Flavor every Wednesday at 8:00. We took a break last week, but we'll be back this week. But that's where I'm definitely, no matter what, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm in, as I said. I'm excited about working with the band Smoke again, Memorial Day weekend, and then also the Royal Party, it's a Royal Blue Carpet event. So, because that's
nice.
That's gonna be in June. So, and stay tuned, y'all. Look out for The Weight We Carry from Renting Men. You'll be surprised. It's very, very interesting. That new series is gonna be coming, and I think they're gonna have it on Tubi and Variety TV and other channels and stuff. So y'all look out for that too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're all for it. I don't smoke, so I do not plan to partake in any of the 420 activities, but I do drink.
Yeah. Well, we're out in Vegas for that. That's gonna be in Vegas for that.
Hey, wait, what happens in Vegas stays in
Vegas, right?
You know what I mean? But I do plan on traveling to Vegas really, really soon. I'm not gonna partake in any type of cannabis or smoking.
Either.
But hey, I'm willing to hang out with all the smokers. So
exactly, me either, Sean. I'm with you.
And one other thing too, I do have a Roku TV.
Oh, good.
Yes, I definitely will be checking you
out. The Flavor. You can go see past episodes too.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to bring you on there too, Sean. You can co-host with me sometime.
Well, hey, let's do it. You already gave us the invitation to Black
I gotta make good on it. I got you.
Yes,
I'm doing
on
children
the
though. The month of April is all about young leaders and entrepreneurs. So you're going to see some young leaders and entrepreneurs on my show all month of April. So, and then May is going to be, y'all know, some matriarchs, phenomenal women for May. June is the daddy dearest and some banging men, some phenomenal men in June. So
nice.
Father's Day is in June. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
I'm
Dynasty
excited,
Smith.
And I definitely appreciate you guys for having me and bring me back for a visit. I got to come back again.
Oh, you are no stranger to us, so you are welcome back anytime. I know you got a very, very hectic and busy schedule, but we would love to have you back on this year to talk about some more new music, talk about some other projects you're working on, baby.
Oh, yes. So, and I'm working with Jay Styles from Blackstreet on 3 songs now.
Hey,
man.
Yes. I'm excited about that. We are together in the studio the 23rd and the 24th. Yes. And I'm excited. The tracks are hot. So I'm excited about that too. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll be sharing that music soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here comes the brand new flavor.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well,
Yeah, but
congratulations.
yeah, I
once
definitely
again.
got to come back, and I got to get
Uh,
y'all on Black Ink Radio with
yeah,
me.
absolutely.
That'd be
Absolutely. Let's
awesome.
do it.
Awesome,
DJ
awesome.
Rollem, you ready for a Black Ink Radio, man?
I'm always ready for anything, man. You know me. I'm
Hey,
always ready.
you ready
Just
to get
bring it.
married? So hey.
I mean, I'm getting married. She knows I'm getting married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone knows I'm getting married. So there's no big thing with that. The big thing is getting us together. But she says, hey, we got our own lives, and stay happy. So, I can't stop being DJ Rollem. So that can't stop.
That's right.
So, hey.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Dynasty Smith in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much,
y'all.
Dynasty Smith, for
Thank
paying
you.
us a great visit.
Thank you for having me. And I will definitely see y'all soon on Black Ink.
Yes, Black Ink. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right.
Happy
Shout out to
Easter,
Smith.
everybody.
All right.
Happy late Easter to you too.
All right.
All right. Take care, Dynasty.
All right.
Yeah. Dynasty Smith, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, Beat Break Podcast. DJ Rollem, a great interview with Dynasty Smith. Y'all make sure you follow her on all social media, Dynasty Smith, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Rollem, man, we got some guests in the building, but before we get into that, DJ Rollem, what was I gonna say? I almost lost my train of thought there, man. A lot of stuff is happening right now. DJ Rollem. Yes, sir. So Dynasty Smith, we've been invited to Black Ink Radio. She's just doing so much amazing things.
She has been. I mean, 2021 has definitely been a huge year for her, so it's still a young year and she's doing big things and whatnot, so we talked off the air about this and was wondering what's the big things are happening, because we see things were ending and we wondering what's going on, and now we're seeing it because we saw a little bit here, a little bit there, and I'm like, oh, okay, now it's coming all into play. I mean, that's what happens. So that's what happens when you're behind the scenes doing stuff and everything, and now everything is coming to the forefront. So that's where it is right now, and congrats to her. She's doing it and doing bigger and better things. And like I was saying, you're the past Beat Break host and co-host and everything, that how people have used our platform. I was just say you, because you still invited me and I'm just still here. Use the platform and go on and do bigger and better things. And that's an awesome thing. So just all I say is don't forget about us.
Right.
That's my thing.
Yeah. We tell that to everybody. I tell that to myself. Don't forget about the old Sean, new Sean.
Right.
You know what I mean? But no, I know what it was. I asked her about Duchess from Black Ink Crew.
Mm-hmm.
People, because I used to have a crush on Duchess from Black Ink Crew.
Oh.
I don't know what her status is right now. I don't know if she's booed up with anybody or what have you. But yeah, I mean,
you never know. You never know.
Man. I'm single now, so
yeah,
I'm out here in these streets.
Mm-hmm. Are you really?
You're supposed to be on mute, Starr.
We all supposed to be on mute.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Gotta love live radio. Anything can happen.
Right.
Gotta love it. Before we get into our guest, DJ Rollem, we are still doing the Don't Say challenge. I'm still working on that.
Fire me, man. Fire me, because it's going to come. It's going to come, man. It's going to come.
I know.
Especially out of my mouth.
Hey, look, I think I've lost about $5. I think I lost about $5.
Just $5?
$5 in the last episode. I don't think I did a lot of ums.
Can I say
you can say
I can say
not
No, hey, I can say because I can do a lot of Like,
I'm working on it. That's the challenge, to not say to try not to say as radio professionals. we are working hard on not saying after every sentence as we are going from one sentence to another.
Well, I'm a big king on UGH.
UGH, what is you? Oh,
Uh,
UGH. Okay. I'm gonna let you have that.
Thank you.
All
King
right.
right here, because it's
King
coming.
King that sounds kind of creepy.
Don't go too far into it, man. You going too far into
it. Don't read into it too hard.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. DJ Rollem, we got some guests, man, and I wanted to touch on this topic. I don't know. This topic is gonna rub a lot of feathers, in my opinion, especially with a lot of women.
Ooh.
Because, yeah, I've been waiting to do this topic for a long time.
And we got black women on here too.
White women? We do?
I said black.
Oh, I thought you said we have
black
white women.
Stands
like, where they
out in a lovely way. Black stands out in a lovely way.
Okay, if you say so.
Watch.
All right, for our first guest, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. What can I say? I communicated with her via IG, and she agreed to be on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. She is a brand ambassador and also a woman of influence who practices Black girl magic every single day. We got Tamiko Drummond on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Tamiko.
Hey everybody, how
Looking
are
fabulous.
you?
Looking very fabulous. ATL fabulous.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me. I love talking about dating.
Dating. Yeah, what the hell? We're not going to even use the word dating anymore. It's going to be called what the hell. But we get into that.
I agree. Being single in Atlanta. Woo.
Yeah, man. Also,
well, I was dating years ago, so I understand how it was back then, because I say a lot of what the hells too.
Right.
For real.
Yeah.
It's rough in these streets.
Man.
It is. Also joining with us right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. I haven't seen this gentleman in a while. And we did some projects together through Durante. I mentioned Durante earlier as being one of the original hosts of the Beat Break Morning Show, Beat Break Radio. And I met this guy through him. We worked on a few projects together, and we are just reuniting for the first time in a long time. But I hear that he is also doing some great things as well. Joining with us is, I used to call him Truck Turner. I don't know if he goes by that name, if he still goes by the name, but his real government name is Gavin Turner, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin.
What's up, Sean? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Gavin, where you at? Can I see your picture?
My picture? Well, I got my video up. I stopped the...
Because I saw you for a moment there, and I only saw you one time. Okay. I only saw you one time, and I can't see, but I can hear you though.
Well, it may be the internet connection, because the video is showing up on my end, but I am. Yep.
There you go. We see a snowman. That's what we see.
Okay.
Snowman.
It's a snowman.
Let's see. Well, I'm not sure what's going on with the video, to be honest with you. I'll try to play with it on my end, but it's good to be here, Sean. It's been a long time. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I see you moving up in the radio world. It's been a long time since a casual conversation.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Casual Conversations, 89.3 WRFG.
Yeah, go way back. So
go way back. Yes, sir.
I'm a native Atlantan, currently living in Ratchetville, USA, via Memphis.
You said Ratchetville,
USA.
Ratchetville, USA. Yep.
Wow.
Memphis, Tennessee. Since then, I'm actually over a media department at a local church here, and that's really my background, film and video. But
okay.
And I'm actually recently an ordained minister.
Praise God.
Nice.
So,
nice.
So I do that and a number of other things that I'm working on the side, and just trying to grow and build and do what I can where I can. So
just trying to stay out of trouble, man. That's what it is. Just trying to stay out of trouble.
Trying to stay
And
positive in the streets, so.
yeah, and be a good pillar to God. I hear that.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool, man. Happy Easter, happy late Easter now to you too. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't celebrate Easter. If you do your research, I prefer to call it Resurrection Sunday.
Okay, baby.
Uh-oh, he about to shift this conversation into another conversation,
right.
man.
I'm not going to go too deep, but I prefer to call it Resurrection Sunday because Easter is just a completely different other holiday. So.
Okay, well, I mean, each his own. I still have people telling me Happy Easter to me, and I don't really do Easter like I did when I was a little kid. So I just take it and run with it. I'm like, well, thank you. Happy Easter to you too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Minister Gavin. I hear you. But we really appreciate you for coming on the show, man. So we're going to get into some stuff. Let me go ahead and introduce the rest of the guests. We also have Starr Keels back on the Beat Break Morning Show. Starr.
What's going on? What's up?
She Talk Atlanta. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm in the building. I had to come through and show some love.
Yeah, absolutely. She Talk Atlanta. You still got the movement going on. I see a bit of glow there.
It's always a glow. I've been in my queendom. I've been in my goddess.
I love that name, queendom.
Yes, I've been in my goddess energy. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready to talk.
You ready to talk? Okay. Well, let me introduce the other guests that's on because they're ready to talk as well too. We wanted to bring this guy back on. DJ Rollem, you didn't sit in when we did the dating game show last year, and we wanted to bring him on because me and him, we had some offline conversations about dating and women, etc. And he has a whole lot to say as well too. He was just on a few moments ago. Apparently he is at work. So ladies and gentlemen, don't be alarmed. This guy, he's just doing his security guard job while being on the podcast with us at the same time. He's not here to arrest anybody on the show. I don't have any outstanding warrants. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. But he is here, ladies and gentlemen. Steven, aka Superstar, is also in the building. Steven.
Hey, good evening, everyone.
What's going on, man? Welcome back.
Oh man, it's just a pleasure. I just want to say something. It don't make no sense. The whole squad we got on here with us is just beyond beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Make me want to be like, Biggie, give me one more chance. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
Lord, he on here singing and stuff.
He on one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this camera straight.
Hey, you ain't tell me. It's something looking good in my camera looking back at me right now. It's something looking good back at me.
He drives.
That's that black man smile. Like, yeah, man, I got me a job. I'm getting paid every 2 weeks, man.
Right.
I get paid every week. No, I get paid every
He
week.
said he get paid every week.
Oh, he get paid every week. Okay. I stand corrected.
Yeah, that's security jobs, man, get paid every week. I know. I was there.
When I was doing security, I get paid every 2 weeks. I was getting paid every 2 weeks as a security.
You must have had a big time gig or something, because all the security job I ever had was always a week. Paid every week.
Yes, Steve, you there?
It's different.
Okay, he's going in and out.
Well, you gotta do is run, so
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay. All right. This Zoom call is reminding me of the Progressive commercials right now.
Yes, it does. Yes.
All right. While Steven is doing his thing and getting his stuff together, we do have some other guests.
I'm back.
Okay. All right. Hang tight, Steven. All right. We got some more guests we got to bring on. Just a Touch of J is on the live line with us from Just a Touch of J podcast.
What's up? What's cracking, homie? No, I'm just messing with you. How's everything?
Hey, everything is everything. I just learned something new about Jill just now.
What?
Jill is one of those people that keeps knocking on the door and you telling that person, I'm coming, I'll be right out.
Well, I didn't know if you was getting my message or not. I didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, we got the messages. We were just in the middle of an interview.
I didn't know. I'm so sorry. See, y'all, I was trying to get on the Zoom and it kept telling me he had to let me in. And I'm like, let me in. What's going on?
Key thing, I gotta say this.
Sean.
I gotta say this.
What?
Ladies, I ain't saying all of them. Ladies, gotta be patient.
I know.
Gotta be patient.
I'm working on it.
They can't hear the applause on our end, but I'm playing.
I'm working on it.
I ain't working on it.
You ain't working on
What?
it?
Sure ain't.
See? Oh man, no. See, that's man. No, she didn't. I ain't working on it.
I'm trying to get this
But
thing.
Sean, did you communicate with her?
No, he didn't
Tamiko.
communicate nothing with me about nothing.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. All right, everybody, wait. Simmer down. All right. We put in the Zoom notes that we had an interview for 30 minutes with Dynasty, and it would start at 8 p.m.
Right.
Y'all got to treat this rating room like as if y'all coming to an actual radio station and y'all waiting in the green room.
Okay, now I understand that. But before, I didn't know what was going on.
Tell me though, he did say something.
He did say that, but I didn't know when it said he had to let you in. I didn't know, I'm like, oh, well, I can't get in.
But
I don't know what's going on, y'all. Look, this is Jay. I keep trying to tell y'all that. I don't know what's going on. Look, I'm in there. We on here now.
Let's go to Tamiko because
please get me up out of here.
But no, we really appreciate you for joining back on with us, Jill. We're going to talk about your podcast and more towards the end of the podcast. But I want to go to Tamiko. From my understanding, you have a hard start or hard stop, I should say, in a few minutes, and I want you to weigh in on this conversation. How long can we keep you, Tamiko?
There's some work that I've been neglecting, but since we just getting started, I'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay, you a professional. You a professional. You can just put it in the chat box.
Will do. Yeah, this is an interesting conversation. So I'll let you start it off.
All right. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm on YouTube a lot, right? And I come across a lot of videos, past and present. I happened to stumble on a video that Chris Rock did years ago. It was back in the late 90s. He was doing a stand-up comedy special, and he talked about this one thing in his comedy about women not liking nice guys. And I was like, this is very interesting. This is something that I can see us talking about. I'm going through a situation right now, months after my recent relationship, right? And I've been noticing that to this very day in 2021, it's so funny that he talks about this in his stand-up comedy in the late 90s. And in 2021, years later, I wonder, does that philosophy or ideology or whatever you want to call it, does that still apply to this very day? But before we go any further, Tamiko and the rest of the crew, I'm going to play the comedy part of what Chris Rock said on his stand-up comedy. I want everybody to hear it, and let's go ahead and talk about it and weigh in. So give me a moment. I'm going to try to pull the video up and play it. I'm just only going to play a few minutes of it, and then let's talk about it right here on the Beat Break Morning Show.
Never done you wrong.
Oh, he's really at work.
DJ Rollem.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right.
I'm fine, man. Man, there's something I'm looking at on this camera looks so good, man. Boy, they need to go ahead and release the technology so I can jump through the phone. Beat Break Radio is where it's at, man. Beat break radio. I need a t-shirt, man. I need a baseball cap. I need all that. You know what I mean? But I need a baseball cap. Oh man, I need a baseball cap. Let's say beat break radio.
Okay, so I'm going to play the video. I'm going to play the video again.
Yeah,
so
play
that
the
everybody
video
can hear
real
it.
quick.
Please.
Steven.
Come on, let's hear this video. Let me hear what's going on.
Oh my God.
I just want to throw a plug out there. Y'all see the Just Essential J Fitness? Boom, boom.
Yeah, we do. We see
there you
it.
go. All right, go ahead.
We see it. All right. Let's play the video game right here on the Beat Break Morning Show. Everybody be on mute.
I can't hear.
Wow, you could have went out with Pretty Boy Roy, but you ended up with this dude. The Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. That was a little bit from Chris Rock's stand-up comedy special back in the late 90s. A snippet of it. It wasn't his entire routine, but it was just part of his comical skit about women not liking nice guys. And mind you now, ladies and gentlemen, before you all decide that you all want to cancel culture him, he made that joke in the 90s, okay? But it's 2021. We've all have seen a lot of sketches and skits and stand-up comedy specials from Chris Rock that are at times controversy. But this one right here takes the cake. And I want to go to Tamiko. Tamiko.
Hey, hey, hey. Yes.
Hey,
yes.
I know you heard the excerpt. Chris Rock talking about women don't like nice guys. It all starts from early childhood where the young girl gets hit in the eye by a boy and they think that, oh, he did that because it's his way of telling the girl he likes her. But
right.
Hey, let's say women don't like nice guys. 2021, does that still applies to this very day? Fact or fiction?
So we have to define what is considered a nice guy. Like, what are you considering that? What is considered a nice guy? Because you could be dating somebody thinking, oh, he's pretty cool for 6 months to a year, and then to find out that he is an a-hole. So What's right? Thank you, Jay.
Please, tell me about it, child.
Listen, so what is considered a nice night? Because we have a lot of representative, and I wasted a lot of time. Listen, ladies, tell me if you know that resonates with you. Let me get up.
Okay.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Okay.
So let's just talk about this. Keep it out in the open, because again, some guys act like they're okay, and then you waste a lot of time just to end up ghosting you, maybe, right? So what do you consider a nice guy? What are those characteristics? And let's try to change this narrative. So what does that look like?
So Tamiko is asking all of us, including myself, what do we consider as a nice guy? I mean, to me, my viewpoint on that is a nice guy who is cordial. A nice guy is someone who is down to earth, treats people with respect, the same way that he would want in return. A nice guy is someone that opens the door for a woman, that is practicing courtship with the woman or the person that he is dating, a person who comes from a family household full of moral values and use that towards life to be a productive citizen.
Right.
A nice guy is a person who tells his woman, tells his partner, I love you. I hope you have a great day. Hello, whether it's by way of phone call, by way of text, someone who checks in on you, making sure that you good, that you eating good, that you are living good, that you are being taken care of. A nice guy is a guy who would go out of his way to make sure that your tire is fixed, that will come out and change a tire for you. Make sure that you are on your regimen as far as your healthy lifestyle is concerned. Should I go on? Should I go on? Should I go on?
No,
Sean, that sounds like you.
I think you kind of summed it up for
That sound like you,
everybody.
Sean.
I think you're summing it up. Jill said that sound like you, Sean.
That sound like you,
Hey.
Sean.
Excuse me.
But I had one out there that did some trickery like that, though. So you know, look.
Hello, can I say
Okay,
something?
wait. Let's let Steven speak really quick before we go back to the ladies.
Okay, I would like to speak on what he just said about a nice guy. I kind of beg to differ. Let me put it in perspective. Everything that Sean just named was attributes of a gentleman. Those are attributes of a gentleman. But when you want to say nice guy, I feel like when a person say nice guy, it's how a man reacts to a woman in conversation and a woman's action will determine if he's a nice guy or not. You know, I feel like when people say the word nice guy, that's why a lot of us as men, we have certain, you know, it's all about your perception of what you're saying. Like everything Sean just named, opening car doors, paying gas, those are attributes of a gentleman. And a gentleman is a person that know how to respect a woman's presence. But when you want to say nice guy, I believe the correct terminology for nice guy is the man's ability to tolerate, cooperate, and respond to a woman's actions and words and the way she thinks. That determines a nice guy.
But you know, I did
Well,
say,
excuse me.
wait, but let me rebuttal. Let me rebuttal. I did say that in my commentary that a nice guy is also a person who respects RESPECT, Aretha Franklin, which by the way, she's on Hulu by the way. Respects other people the same way he wants to be respected. So what you just said, I agree, Stephen, but that also aligns with respect as well. You know, because there's a lot of guys out there that will not open a door for a woman or will not court a woman and so forth and so forth. So they may not be in the nice guy category. You know what I mean? And there are gentlemen out here. Go ahead, Starr.
I'm confused about that because this is the thing. So for me, nice is something that is taught. Like, so when you say like, oh, he may not open a door, but does that not make him a nice guy? And it's kind of like, is he still a nice guy if he cheats on you? What does nice consist of? Just the way he talks, the patience he has with you, or, you know, I think that's a very broad statement. And I think we can kind of take that far that can literally change the tone of this topic because we trying to figure out what a nice guy really is.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, Tamiko asked the question, like, what do we consider as a nice guy? Let's go over to we're gonna go to Gavin. Go ahead, Stephen.
What Tamiko's saying, and like I say, in respect is, I feel like respect is an attribute of a gentleman as well. And see, that's why Aretha Franklin was saying RESP. She was saying that that's something she wanted from the man. She wanted him to respect her. She wanted the attribute. All right, thank you.
She wanted that, but she didn't get that in the relationship that she was in because she was in a domestic abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
see, and so with Tamiko asking, like, to be nice, like, I can be a gentleman and can be nice or cannot be nice. Being nice is a choice of treatment.
Right,
It has
absolutely.
nothing to do with a gentleman. Because I can open the car door for you and stuff and all of that.
That's what I'm saying.
It might be feeling a different way about being nice.
Still be an asshole.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Sarcastic.
Okay. All right, Gavin, let's say you. The ladies want to know. Well, Tamiko put the question out there. Gavin, are you a nice guy first and foremost?
Not anymore.
I'm confused, Pastor, because you ordained and then now you don't celebrate Easter and now you're not a nice guy, but
he's a nice husband. That's probably what he get ready to go to. Because you a
y'all
husband.
wouldn't let me finish. Y'all just
go ahead. I'm waiting for you.
Just got off.
He definitely not a nice guy.
See.
Come on, put it out there.
Like a nice guy.
Right, so
go ahead, Gavin.
So basically, what a nice guy is a man without a backbone. A man that's just a little too agreeable, that would just, literally put up with pretty much anything a woman says and just doesn't know how to stand up for himself. And I can say, whether in and out of ministry, a woman does not like a man that does not know how to stand up for himself or have a backbone. As far as like being a gentleman, doing the things that a man is supposed to do, opening doors, being polite, being supportive, because a man's job, number one, first and foremost, is to protect and to provide. So he has to be there for that woman, to love on her, be patient with her, and do all of these things. However, I say I'm not a nice guy anymore because I'm a good guy, but I'm not a nice guy. Given that, because I've learned the hard way through relationships, etc., is that you have to have a backbone. You have to be able to stand up for yourself, and you have to know where to draw the line. And as a person, man or woman, you have to set boundaries and know what it is and what you're not going to put up with. I can name a lot of relationships in my past, and arguably I would probably still be in those relationships, but I thank God that it didn't go out that way. Had I had a little more of a backbone, or I just, was able to say, hey, nah, we're not doing it like that. We're going to do it like this. If you can't do it like this, then I can just leave, or we can do, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that a man shouldn't be a good man, because a man is supposed to be a gentleman. A man is supposed to, be there and be there. That's your lady. That's the woman that you're going to be with. You're supposed to do, that's what a man is supposed to do. However, I do believe that you're not supposed to be a pushover either. And that's why I say that, I'm a good guy, but I'm not a nice guy.
Okay. I mean that's fair enough, but why do you think, and this is a question for anybody that's on the line. We just played the excerpt from Chris Rock, and he considers himself a nice guy. We don't know Chris Rock. We never met him. We don't know him personally, but he considers himself to be a nice guy. So, I mean, like, can you be a nice guy and be assertive at the same time? Because I think from the lens of not having or actually not having, but having a backbone and standing up for your woman and protecting her, I believe that you can be assertive and be a nice guy at the same time, just having that balance of the two. But why do you think, this is a question, like, why do you think Chris Rock made that assessment when he says that, hey, I'm a nice guy? What's wrong with me?
Well, basically, you said it. You basically said my answer, which was basically having a balance. You have to be able to, walk that fine line in that, okay, I'm going to be caring, be patient, etc. But at the same time, I'm not going to put up with, your crap either. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes back to, at the end of the day, how much you love this and value yourself. The more you love and value who God says you are, then you won't allow people to treat you any kind of way. And the one thing that my dad always taught me growing up, and I'm glad this stuck with me, is and the thing is, I forgot what I did, but he made me look up the definition of the word respect in the dictionary. And I had to write it about 100 times to put it on the refrigerator. And to this very day, I know what respect means, and it means to be considerate of. And a lot of times, and I'm not just going to bash the women, but women are more prone to this than men, but men are prone to this too, because women, they think, oh, okay, he a thug, or I'm just supposed to be with this thug dude, and us as men, we're like, oh, she got a big old booty, or she got some really nice boobs. That's what I really want. But at the end of the day, that's not. And you're basing your attraction on the wrong thing. And when you, as you grow older, as you mature, as you make mistakes, because I can't speak for anybody else, but I can speak for myself. I know I've made a lot of mistakes in relationships. Arguably, the reason why I'm in Ratchetville, Memphis, Tennessee, is because of a mistake in love. But at the same time, you learn, and the key is to learn and to grow from it. And there's nothing wrong with treating a woman the way she deserves to be treated, the right way. But at the same time, you have to use discernment, you have to use wisdom, and you have to realize, okay, where I'm being disrespected and what I'm going to put up with and what I'm not going to put up with. And you don't have to put up with what you don't want to deal with. And I know a lot of women say, especially, I'm from Atlanta, so I know how it is, ladies. It's hard. I get it. But at the same time, the more you work on yourself and develop yourself, you attract what it is that you're seeking.
Amen.
I can't, I know everybody's got a different belief system. I believe in God, the one true God, creator of heaven and earth. And if you know what he says about you, what he thinks about you,
Proverbs 31.
You will attract that. And then too, you begin to discern better. I'm like, okay, what is it I need to, okay, I don't really need to date this dude because I'm seeing some stuff, your intuition kicks in like, he's cute and all, but this ain't quite what, you know what I mean? But, and then too, a lot of it is systematic as well, because as Black people, unfortunately, we don't have fathers in the household. So a lot of ladies don't know what a good man is because they've never really experienced it. If you're in a single parent,
talk about it.
If you're in a single parent household with your mother, who has to be the mother and the father, and you're basing what a man or what you want in a man based off an R&B song or based off some dudes that you just see hanging on the street or whatever the case may be, you thinking, okay, this is what I need. This is what I want to deal with. This is what I'm going to deal with. And you grow up basically with a lie. And unfortunately, a lot of other races, they actually have men in their homes. They know what a positive male figure is supposed to be. And it's just like what Sean was saying earlier, you can have that balance where, okay, I can be loving, I can be caring, but at the same time, not take any mess and command respect. Because if you're living by God's principles, and this is not a domination thing or anything like that, the man is the head and the woman is his helpmate. You work as a team. Together, y'all are one. So y'all are working together to build a family, build a legacy, etc. So, and it's just like what it says in Ephesians 5, A man is supposed to, both the man and the woman are supposed to submit to each other. So you have to, know God, and you'll know yourself, and then you'll know what it is that, you need to get and what you're seeking. So going back to what you were saying, like, I guess, what a nice guy, like, that's why I say is you want to be a good man, but being too nice can cost you, because if you're the head of the household, you're the man of the house, you can't be ran over by, you know what I'm saying? Because women, they want to get stuff done. They see you can't get it done, and they're going to find another way to get it done. They'll get it done without you. And, that can bring problems. So.
Okay. And any of the ladies agree with that? Agree with that assessment?
I do agree.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
Tamiko?
No, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was going to say I definitely agree with what he's saying, because God says love, God first, and then love yourself, and then love your neighbor like you love yourself. I just got finished talking about that. Sorry, y'all, on my podcast. But yeah, you have to do all those things, and you have to know who you are, and you teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. So I understand exactly what he's saying. Definitely understand that. You can't be a pushover. You're supposed to be the head of the house. I understand all of that. And sometimes these women, but the big point that you made was, sometimes these women, they really don't understand what a good person is. They've never been treated that way. Like, seriously, they don't even know. It's like, why you opening up the car door for me? Why you buying me flowers? Why you doing all these nice things? What you want from me? They go right there to defensive mode, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be, but it's because they just don't know any better. And that's why we on here. We got to teach them. We got to put it out there in pieces for them, let them know what's going on, because they don't understand. They really don't. They just really think, oh, I don't know. And then they play these games, and they play this trickery, to try to see if he's really good, what they think is good, what they call good, and they have no idea what good is. A great man, a good man, he's going to treat you the way that he wants to treat you, regardless of how it is. It's all about how you portray yourself.
Right.
Really, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, and I just can't speak for everybody else, but I can say for the men in general, and I know this can be difficult in the Black community, but I've been fortunate. I've dated the majority of the women that I've dated or I've had a serious relationship with. They have had, a positive male figure or a man in the household. And I go to dating seriously someone who didn't have a male figure in the household. It's like night and day. Like, to be honest, I can say that I almost married one girl, who I was in a relationship with for quite a number of years. And, she had a mother and a father in her life. And, I was treated very well. On the flip side, I dated a woman who, I thought, and we all have that when we feel like, okay, I let this one get away. She did not have a positive male figure in the household. And she ended up breaking my heart. And, it brought me up here to Memphis. But, the way God works is he'll use everything that was meant for bad or everything that hurts you for your good. And because, I have been blessed being up here. And I've grown a lot as a man, because just being transparent, like, we get on women real bad, but as a man, I'll tell you straight up, yo, I was a thought. Like, in my younger days, I thought I was a player. I thought that, I'm trying to smash as many women as I could. And this was, the nice guy over here. But in the back of my mind, I'm still.
You were a nice guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was a nice
Starr,
guy.
you crazy.
In a nutshell, like, real talk. Like, I was trying to get whatever I could, you know what I mean? And that was just, really the best way to describe my mentality in my 20s. I had in my 20s, like when I was 25 and 26, and this, oddly enough, this was the girl I almost married. Unfortunately, I had an 18 and 19-year-old mentality. And I ended up, cheating on her a number of times. And she still, took me back and all of this. And it was a mess. And at the end of the day, where there's no trust, there's no relationship. Mm-hmm. So, I knew I violated the trust. And I honestly, I was the one that ended the relationship, because I was like, okay, I saw myself. And long story short, it grew me up to stop being that cheater, because I saw the hurt that I was doing to her. And as somebody that's had a relationship with God, a long time ago. I can't say I was completely living saved or living the way God told me to live it teaches in the Bible, but I know I live by the rule. People call it karma, but at the end of the day, it's Galatians 6 and 7, which it clearly says, don't mock the justice of God. You reap what you sow. Just to put it in perspective, this woman moved from Columbus, Georgia to Atlanta to be with me. You know, we were together for about 5 or 6 years. It didn't work out. Fast forward to I get in a relationship or went back to a situation where there's a chick in Atlanta that I went to college with who ended up moving to Memphis. I follow her to Memphis. And guess what happens to me? She breaks my heart. I reap what I sowed. So that's one of the biggest reasons too, like you really have to be careful how you treat people, how you just do people, because you might not think it'll come back to you. It might not come back to you right away, but it's coming back to you. It might come back in your son. It might come back in your daughter. But God has a way of dealing with each and every one of us on our level. Yeah. So me personally, yeah, that's, you just have to really be careful and you have to be wise. And oddly enough, it was just those situations that really kind of grew me up as a man, that helped me to man up and say, all right, well, if I see that I'm just basically going to be, you know, a cheater or this, that, and the other, just leave. You know, you can just leave. You know, you don't have to be there. And that's what goes back to knowing who you are. If you know who you are and what you want to deal with, what you don't want to deal with, then you'll just leave a situation to where you don't want to deal with and just leave it at that.
Yeah,
so,
I can relate.
Mm-hmm. I do have something to say though.
Okay.
I know we all deep on here and stuff like that. We getting real deep and spiritual, but I want to stay on the surface and be real basic and ratchet here for a minute. Now we talk about, yeah, just a little ratchet because this is the thing. Look, this the thing now. We on here being real deep, right? Jill, you a mess.
Deep.
But
deep.
A lot of these men, first of all, I don't trust a man that tells me he's a nice guy. When you say, oh, I'm a nice guy, I'm going to automatically know that you're not a damn nice guy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because don't no nice guy say they're a nice guy. That's just like a man who got good penis ain't going to go around keep saying he got good penis. He going to show you. So another thing is a nice guy, I will say this, can be very vain or narcissistic too. A nice guy can go pick a woman right way out of his league or not even on the same wave as him, and then she treats him like nothing, or she looks at him in a certain light, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm such a nice guy. Why do I always get the end of the stick? Why do I always get kicked up my, you know, but it's because you chose to pick somebody that is not right for you and complimenting your spirit. So if we're going to be transparent, we need to be transparent about the fact that sometimes we go into these situations and we pick that what doesn't match for us anyway.
Right, come on.
Because it's not a nice guy, good girl thing, because let me tell you something, bad girls like bad guys. And that's just the truth about it. But if you go hard with a bad girl and then you find out that you ain't even in her league and you ain't about that life, yeah, you're going to get stumped, dragged around and tossed out because that's the wave that she's on. If you're not on that wave, attract what you want to attract. Be with who you want to be with. And that's another thing I want to say too, is the enabling. When good guys or nice guys get with bad girls or vice versa, we enable. We start to, oh, well, we can help them, we can change and
child, why are they trying to change people?
Right. So we get in this stage, and then when you get hurt,
this phone on this thing.
when you get hurt and then your heart is broken and you know stuff go wrong, you sitting there talking about how you've been tainted or you're scorned and you need time to get over it. But really, we have the truth of the matter is taking responsibility for our
yourself.
actions. And we're picking these people, and then now we have to suffer the consequences for our choices and look deep within ourselves and find out and look as to, well, why? Because you might need to keep it real and when I say ratchet, you might like that drama. You might like that craziness. You might like the verbal or mental abuse, but you don't want to admit it, but you keep attracting it too. So it's kind of one of those things where, first of all, you got to start looking at yourself and why you keep making the choices to attract these
Yeah.
nice
Can
people
I
into your
say something
relationship.
real quick?
Go
Can
ahead,
I say
Jill.
something?
Go ahead,
Y'all
Jill.
might want to go ahead and listen to the podcast I just put out there. You know, the one that got like 1,000 and something views. Y'all might want to check that one out. Everybody that's listening to this. Okay, it's the LL Cool J. Okay, Loved One. And I'm on there talking about how y'all out here searching for love in all the wrong places, putting your most valuable pieces out there for them and doing all this craziness. That's what I'm talking about. And you
Most
got to
valuable
check
girl.
yourself because you probably be wrecking yourself. You're out here messing around, knowing you ain't supposed to be messing with these people, putting out this stuff out there in pieces for them, sex, all type of stuff, because you just looking for love in all the wrong places.
The
And
wrong
that's why they
place.
confuse. That's why they confuse the good ones with the bad ones, because they all messed up.
Mhm.
They don't know what good is,
boy.
they don't know what bad is, they don't know nothing. It's all
DJ
about how you
Rollem.
put yourself out there.
DJ Rollem. I got to bring some male testosterone up in here. DJ Rollem.
Yes.
Have you been told that you are a nice guy
Yes.
by a woman? You have.
Yes.
How many times have you been told that you are a nice guy?
Hundreds of times.
Hundreds of times. And why do you think women have told you in the past that you are a nice guy? Because I've known you for a while and you're not that nice.
Depends.
Maybe
What?
he's nice
Yeah,
to the
like-
ladies, Sean. Maybe he's
See, he
nice
has
to the
that-
ladies.
Yeah, but see, he has that balance, and then too, it goes back to
That's what I was saying
how often you
earlier.
get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like if because see, we as men love very hard, and this is why one of the reasons
Did you
as a
say
man of
I'm
God,
still trying to figure this out. I
we
haven't found
love very
yet.
hard. This is why, but that's why men
Yeah.
don't be quick to love, because we know once we in there and we really into you, we're gonna really go hard for you, because we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to put ourselves out there and set ourselves up to be hurt. And a lot of instances we change. And I think, it just goes back to the scripture, guarding your heart above all else. Men, we just really guard our hearts until we can see like, okay, maybe we can trust this one. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to hear why they keep calling him a nice guy, really. I want to know, DJ.
DJ Rollem.
Why they calling you a nice guy?
DJ
So what?
Rollem.
What'd you say, Starr?
Why they calling you a nice guy, baby? Go on, tell us.
All right. For some reason, I guess people look at me and they say that I am not the average looking guy that they used to seeing or dealing with when they look at me. They look at how my persona is during the first few minutes of talking, how I handle myself, the things that I do on a daily basis. They're like, wow, you're not selling any drugs. You don't have a bunch of kids. You're not doing the stuff that they normally see.
right.
And that amazes them. They want to hang around with me as much as they possibly can, because they're not used to seeing that, because they seen all the bad.
Right.
It's not bad being a father, but it's about taking care of your kids. And you got a village full of kids,
Right.
and I say I got one, they like,
Right.
what?
Right.
You got one?
Or
And
like me, like I'm a unicorn. I consider myself, especially in the dating world, a unicorn. I'm 30, I'll be 40 years old this year. I don't have any kids.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Sean Garvey ain't got any kids. I mean,
I'm knocking on wood too. I'm knocking on wood too.
All right. Hey, Steve, you got any kids, man?
Steven.
You got any kids, Steve?
Is Superstar still on the line?
No, I'm like Father Abraham, man. I'm like Father Abraham.
oh wow.
Okay.
But,
I mean, I got a lot of God kids. I
got a lot of God kids.
I mean,
Rollem,
well, let me rephrase that, because I'm dating a girl now. I've been dating her for about 2 years.
Oh,
She
that's
has,
how
she,
they
she
moving
has.
in Memphis, is it?
Well, no, like I said, I moved on. Like the stories that I mentioned, that's like far in between. And me being in Memphis, it really healed me. But I digress. But the girl that I'm dating right now, she has 2 kids. So, I love them like my own. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have any kids that have my blood in my name.
Right. That's cool. That's cool. But here's the thing, one word I did not hear throughout this as of right now, and I'm going to say it. What women don't say a lot to men that are quote unquote nice, they don't appreciate us.
Amen.
They what?
They don't
No,
appreciate
I'll
us.
take that back, but initially they don't. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
like
okay,
us as
I'll
men,
take
but
that.
like us as
True,
men,
I do.
they drag through the
Right,
mud,
Jill.
they
You're right.
didn't realize what's out there. They've been hurt a few times. Then they want to, you know what I'm saying? That's been my experience.
That
you know
is
what I mean?
true.
Same
That is
here.
true.
Yeah.
It goes
I
both.
agree with you on that.
It goes both
Sometimes you
ways
go
though,
out there and you
too.
get
Right,
hurt.
Wait,
that's what I know.
Tamiko, let's
And
go to Tamiko. Let's go to Tamiko. Tamiko, go ahead.
Now that goes both ways as well, because you can have guys who they've been through relationships that they don't even know what it is to have a good woman. So it could go both ways. You know, they didn't grow up with seeing, probably a single mom or I don't know, but they never realize what it is, what a good relationship is, right? So when they do meet up on a good woman, it's like, wait a minute, or always thinking something is going to go wrong. Really? We not arguing? What? Not everybody has to argue. Arguing is a waste of time, in my opinion. There's
right,
a whole
I agree. And
distraction. There's a whole bunch of other things I'd rather be doing than arguing. So
That's
you
called
gotta be making money.
self-sabotage.
exactly. Right.
Self-sabotage.
Right. So it goes both ways. They don't know what it is to have a good woman, just like women out there who don't realize that they do have a good man. And so then they mess it up for other women. So now when they come to me, someone
Thank
like
you.
myself,
Yes.
I know Sean was gonna say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Come on, Sean.
don't know
Talk
how
to
to
him
treat
about
me
it.
because
But
he's looking like, hold up, what's up? Now I'm like, dude, relax, like what's going on?
Yeah, but that just goes back to, again, how would they go back to their upbringing? Because if you are in a household, let's just say that little boy was raised by that single mom, it's one or two things are going to happen. One, he's going to, try to acquiesce to his mom. Sadly enough, we're in Atlanta, might go the other direction. No offense to the LGBT community, but I'm just saying it's not right. But it is what it is. Or he's going to take to the streets with, which is in my opinion, a false sense of masculinity, because the streets are hard, the streets are tough. And, these guys don't have any type of father figure. So they have to just get together and do the best that they can with what they know. So they grow up thinking this is the way a man is supposed to be. And they come to grips with life. It's not like that. So that's why that man won't know a good woman, because all he sees are,
oh my
thoughts,
gosh,
or
tell him about it, because I'm an amazing
the
woman.
girl, what I'm saying, or the girl that's
and
just
they just
working in the club and thinking that's supposed to be a wife. And it's just like with a woman that came up like that, she's out here seeing pimps, drug dealers, hustlers, or dudes with about 5 or 6 kids and think that's the norm. No, it's not. But at the same time, we have to be better and work on ourselves, and heal, and just go back to the stuff, like look at our childhood and realize, like, okay, there's some things from our childhood that we have to heal. Because like y'all was saying, you'll get hurt. You might be traumatized by something from your childhood, and you're carrying it into relationships, not knowing it. Or you may get hurt by somebody and you haven't properly healed, and you're projecting that hurt onto the next person. So that's not fair. That's not right. So
it's not. And what happens too is that, what if someone believes that they're healed, or they thought they went through that process when in essence they have not, and so they still have issues when they reach certain points of relationships. Now they have commitment issues, right?
Trauma.
They don't know how to truly love someone. They don't even know how to make love to someone because they used to just effing, like, yo, calm down, son.
Rabbit humping.
Right. It's like, calm down. There's it can get really deep. So how deep you want to go, Sean?
Let me tell you.
Come on,
I've been raising my finger for like 5 minutes now.
Sorry.
I got something to say about this right here. Now, listen, going back to some of the points that Gavin has just made, because some of the stuff that Gavin just made, I can relate to. So number one, I am a product of a single parent household.
Thank
My
you.
father was not in the household. He wasn't an active father. So it's just only been me and my mother. And I was
Okay.
raised to be a nice person, a nice
Amazing.
guy. Now, here's the thing. As I got older, I've been around older guys that were nice. They may have not had that nice persona 7 days a week, 24/7 or what have you, but I've been around guys that were role models to me because of how they treated people, how they treated their wives, or how they treated to people in the community. I just follow that formula, that model, because that was my upbringing. My dad wasn't around to teach me to be an alpha male or to teach me how to be more than just a nice guy. I was just brought up to just be a nice guy. But when you go through different life experiences as you get older, when you are in your teens and you go into your 20s and your early 30s, you go through these challenges to become more of a stronger person, not so much less of a nice guy, because you still want to have that characteristic of you to be a productive citizen or to be a nice person to your spouse, to your wife, or what have you. But that's just how we were brought up. I never went to prison. I never went to jail. I never got caught up. I mean, I've done some stuff in the past that I either regret or, we was just boys at the time. We do stupid stuff as kids. But at the same time, that's just the environment that I came from, even though I've been in areas where it got turned up, and I've seen situations where it wasn't, it wasn't great. But at the same time, my mother, she raised me to be a nice person because her personality was nice. Like, my mother is the most down to earth, kindest, nicest person that you would ever meet. And as a kid, because kids soak up things like sponges, a lot of what you have been taught or been around is going to rub off on you as you go into your adolescent stage or as an adult. So that's just me. Like, I part of who I am is from my mother because my
Yes.
dad wasn't around. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? So it
Yeah.
spilled over. So now it spills over into the relationships that I have with women, where I've had women tell me all the time, "You different from all the other guys that I dated in the
Yeah.
past."
Right.
Preach.
You know
Right,
what
and
I
that's
mean?
I've
No.
caught that too, and I'm a similar, but basically the inverse of the situation because my mother died when I was 7 years old, and my father, he raised me. He did a great job with me considering what he was up against. I mean, he learned how to cook. He didn't want me to grow up eating McDonald's, so he learned how to cook. And he worked a job he hated to take care of me, put me through private school for like up to 7th to 8th grade. By high school, I had to go to a public high school, but my dad did a great job with me, and a lot of my, as a man, and how to handle myself as a man, I took my hat to my dad as showing me, what as a man, what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to protect and provide, and come up with the things needed. But unfortunately, watching my dad grow up, watching how he moved, and my dad was kind of the player type. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to see different women coming through all the different times and other stuff.
Aunties.
You know what I'm saying? Well, nah, it wasn't auntie. He married
Oh, okay. Oh, he let you know
Nah,
straight. He put the
me.
pieces
I
out
would
there
like
for
to
you
say,
straight up, huh?
No. But you know, but he did, but that took an effect on me, and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm supposed to have all of these women, or I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying, and just having the females in my life, and then just early on in my relationships, I would say definitely within my 20s, I was looking for my mom in women. And then it got to a point when I was like 26, 27. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right, right.
They're not my mom. I can't expect these women to, you know what I'm saying? Like, no,
Ah.
what I'm saying? And
My
then too,
son's
just get
27. Maybe he's going through that.
Well, but it's like, you getting older and then just getting wise and then doing what the things that I dealt with, I've just learned and understood too, like just maturing and just healing from past traumas. Because unfortunately, I don't want to go too deep or too political, but we as Black people, we got like a lot of mental problems from that are centuries years old that we have to deal with.
Right. Everything about us is traumatic.
So
That's
and
funny you
we
said
think
that
the
because that's for the
drama
next
is
episode.
normal, and that ain't.
Yeah, see, I
that ain't
would.
it.
Oh, I would like
Go
to
ahead,
say,
Superstar.
basically, I've been listening for the past few minutes to everyone, and I could say I was in middle school, and I turned the TV, and this lady said, "I've been doing my own thing. Love has always had a way of having bad timing." That's what it's about. Timing. Sometimes a woman can, either she ready to love or she ain't. Sometimes the man, either he ready to love or he ain't. It's all about timing and you. Now, I've been through 5 foster homes.
Hey, I was in
couldn't even
one.
say it. I've been through 5 consecutive.
Ah, whew.
I done lived all over the United States and Georgia. Now, it all comes down to a choice. What you choose to do, who you choose to be. If you want love, is you ready to give love? If you want love, is you ready to receive love? It comes down to the man and the woman choices. God is where he at. God gave us everything we need to cope with life and everything in it, as men and women. Now, I'm at a point in my life where what I do matters. I don't want to go out here and date 4 or 5 women no more. I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of playing the game. I've been and did it. I'm used to women.
You better speak, brother.
And
okay.
I know. I got
put it out there
I know.
pieces for.
Hold on. And I got something for y'all. I know what y'all been thinking. Why have I been eating and drinking and all that? Because I'm at work and ain't no woman cook no meal for me. You did. I got my own everything.
Oh, wow.
Tell me you need to go over to Make a Love V's kitchen. Let him know I'm a chef. I guess down. I got some recipes for you.
Who is
chef? J, baby.
Who is chef?
Oh, me, Make a Love V's kitchen.
Oh, I got my eyes on
Yeah,
you anyway.
I make love. What? Oh Lord, have mercy. DJ Rollem, don't come save me. But no. But go ahead. I'm just messing around with you. Go ahead. I do have a cooking thing. I am a chef though. But go ahead.
Listen, and I love to eat. You speaking my language. It's okay. All we need is a lunch box and your hands in the stove in the kitchen.
He wants the super friends. He wants the super friends lunchbox.
Just
listen.
Oh boy.
She been speaking my language since she got on him. Now listen, let me get back to my stuff now. Sean, we all can have success in here. Starr Keels, we all can have success by us making better decisions in life. Yeah. It ain't about the person in front of you, the orchestrator of that thing. Either you can let it get out of hand or you can get control of it. We all can agree to that one thing. You feel me? So I'm at a place in my life now where I'll be 39 this year. I'm an executive. I own my own company, got 3 master's degrees. And I'm waiting now I'm waiting at that level. Me and the level right here facing each other.
You ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying, Starr Keels? I'm ready. and it's like, so now it's like, I went out, it's like what I do matters. I'm at a place in life where, what I used to do, I feel like I'm going backwards if I do them things. I feel like I'm 6'5". I feel like I'm getting short if I do them things. And I don't like getting short.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like to get low. I like to pick everything up and put it in the chair. You understand what I'm talking about?
Oh Lord. He put that out there pieces for.
I'm not going to touch that. But Superstar, we talked about this offline, and you can meet a nice woman. I'm just going to switch it up for a moment. You can meet a nice woman, down to earth, probably could cook for you, treat you with respect, treat you like a king, but she may not have her ish together. She may still be living at home with her parents, probably don't even own a car, credit messed up, no ambition, but she's the nicest woman you ever met.
You gonna date them because men don't got no standards.
Allow me to say this to Sean. Let me say this to Sean. You see, I don't mind that.
See, I told you. I said y'all gonna date.
You don't mind that.
I take care of what she needs taken care of. Just be real with me. Just be honest with me.
Jeez.
You know, if you want your hair did, I get your hair did. You want your nail did, I get your nail did. I got that put away. That's pocket money. I do that. Just be honest with me. That's all. Because I'm at a stage in my life where I'm being honest with myself. If you looking at if I'm out with a woman, I'm a secure man. I don't mind other men looking because it's like, why am I out with you and they ain't looking? I'm secure in myself. But it's like,
so okay, wait a minute,
like,
hold on. So Superstar would not mind dating a nice woman. She doesn't have no ambition, probably no job.
Wait. You didn't say that. You didn't say no ambition.
You already said it. Let Sean talk. Let Sean talk.
No, wait, hold on.
This is getting
wait, hold
juicy.
on.
He didn't say no ambition.
I did say ambition. Did I not say ambition?
I think he did say no ambition.
Yeah, he did.
I think he
He
did.
said that she practically ain't got nothing going for her.
Hold on.
Thank you, Starr. Thank you.
Okay, listen. All right, Starr. Will anyone on this podcast date anybody with no ambition?
No. Yes, you would. And see, when Sean said what he said, I said most men would still date a woman that ain't got nothing because y'all like to save them. Now, when a woman got something and she got she got everything going for herself.
Let him talk.
Together, she can
no ambition. Hold on, no ambition and not being in a certain area is two separate things.
No, sweetheart. Because he said what he said and you said what you said, but y'all like to save them. Y'all standards ain't as high. Y'all set y'all standards low.
Man, I want to curse.
Wait
a minute.
True. They will step down because they cannot handle the woman.
That's right. There you go. I understand what you're saying now. You know how to handle the goodness. And they'll go down below. Yeah. You know what I'm always saying?
Being with a woman that is
like,
right. They don't know how to get up to that level. They don't know how to get up to that level. I got you.
All of us we didn't start out on a horse. All of us had to get up on the horse. We all started off in ground zero. So if Superman can fly, he can fly. So if I want to save somebody, that's one thing, but no ambition. A woman having no ambition is different from her not being at a certain level in life. A person can still be trying to climb up and have ambition. They're just not where they want to be at, but they can be ambitious. I'm mistaken what Sean said. But no, I pick a woman up. I will pick a woman up, but hey, she got to have ambition.
Well, at least she gotta act like she do, because that's all y'all need is a little pretending.
Right.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard it when she said it. They can't get up to that level. They like to choose low. They like to choose low. I have heard it. I have heard it. You just too much. You got so much going on. You got 5 Facebook. You got 5 Instagrams. You just got so much going on. You can't be that nice. I've heard it. Because they can't get up here on this level.
Right. Because they ain't on your way. They ain't ready. They say they ready, but they ain't ready.
They ain't ready for this.
No, it just goes back to the mentality.
So they want somebody who's not that bright, you know.
Right. Right. I can't even give them just a touch of Jay. They can't even take just a touch of it.
I love it.
Just a touch.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this
Too
question.
much.
I gotta come on your podcast, Jay, for real. Because I got some stuff, man, just gonna blow your mind. Because you haven't met a person like me.
Come on, I haven't. Come on.
I mean, man, it's the type of men that some of y'all have just been dealing with, just crush y'all hearts, and y'all don't even know what to go up. You don't even know how to go up.
I'm okay.
Because I know how Sean and I are, and we've been like this all these years. And we were like, we still looking like, wow.
But the thing is,
happened till I came out here.
You can have guys in their, like, at what age? Men, they could be 50 something, they could be in their 40s, they could be in their 30s, they still be playing the same games, and it's like,
no, I can answer
some
that.
of them.
No, I can
answer. Go ahead.
Not all of them. There's some good people out here, y'all. There's some good men.
Not all of them, some, but it becomes frustrating, of course, right?
Yeah, it's some good guys.
I can answer that question for you. See, I can't speak for every man, but as a man, I can speak from my experience. Going back to myself again. I was been in the 20s. I had the mentality of an 18 and 19-year-old. But and I kid you not, this was the girl that I almost married. When I got caught cheating and she took me back and we worked through it, I had to deal with the woman's scorn. And a man gets to a place, for some men it's longer than others. For some, they just never, they just always just want to just out there and slang wood wherever they can. But a level of maturity comes to a man where it's like, okay, I want to have a family. I want to just, be with somebody that I can build with. So at the end of the day, it just goes back to the mentality of the man. Me personally, and I can't say, just even with godly men of God, because you have a lot of men of God that have fallen very, very short. But it just goes back to it just goes back to a true relationship with God. You want to ask yourself, is this man I'm pursuing has a real relationship? When I say a real relationship, I mean, because when you really break it all the way down, and I'm gonna be real, if you really study the Bible carefully, everybody, with the exception of Jesus Christ, they all fell short. They all slipped up somewhere. But with any relationship, it's
no temptation.
It's just about putting in the work.
It's not common.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're trying to develop a relationship with anybody, like let's just say, old boy, even though he was flirting with old girl or what have you, it's an effort, it's a time and a place.
Wait a minute, hold on. Was that you just trying to put something out there, pieces for me? Were you referring to me? And
yeah, I was joking there.
Oh, okay.
That was joking.
I'm like, wait a minute, was that me?
Hold on.
But no, seriously, like with any relationship, you put forth the effort and the time into that relationship.
Right.
If we would have put the same time in relationship with God, we would save ourselves a lot of problems.
You sure would. I read my Bible every day. My daily bread.
I would like to say this. I would like to speak on this. Now, I didn't tell you all, but I'm going to say this in reference to Mr. GT. He's saying some great things. Now, me, when you talk about God, I got ordained in 2003 under late Bishop G.E. Patterson.
Okay.
And you know who God is. Everybody in the chat, everybody in this got to have their own relationship with God.
Personal.
We're talking about when it comes to man and woman, though, which is the subject. God had already showed us by example how to love one another. He didn't already showed us that through his life and resurrection and all of that. He didn't already show us. And it comes down to what you really want in life. As a man, it comes down to what you really want. See, we can talk about situations and circumstances all day. But like when I see something looking good in front of me, Atlanta hat on or whatever, I had on, I'd be like, hey, yo.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I'm gonna break something down to you, though. Like some of the greatest men in the Bible, and we can go back to Adam himself. When he found Eve?
He found.
When he discovered Eve, God put him to sleep, and he woke up, and there was Eve. What was he doing? He was working. He was working on himself. He was working on his purpose. And that's why it just goes back to what I was saying.
Don't you get me to talking about purpose.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're working on bettering yourself and working on development, just healing and just the self-improvement, God will send you the right one. You'll find the right one, because in your purpose, you're going to find the helpmate to help you fulfill that purpose. And that's just no one. You know what I'm saying?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna come behind Jill. Go ahead, Jill.
Listen, y'all need to check out the other podcast I just recorded on this Sunday's Word, because I was talking about purpose. Hold on. I was talking about purpose. Okay, I'm back. I was talking about purpose. When I was talking about purpose, those are called according to his purpose. That's Romans 8. Check it out. 28. All right. When you are working towards your purpose, you definitely do find what you're looking for, because God puts it out there in pieces for you. It's all according to the purpose. Check it out. So I get what he's saying when he's talking about purpose. If you're working on you and you're in your purpose, you'll find what you're supposed to have. it'll come to you. So you'll get what you're supposed to get. So
Okay.
I could get, I understand that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
I can
Amen
dig
to
it.
that.
Yeah,
Amen to
I
that,
can
Jill.
dig it.
Let
I can
me
dig
let
it.
me say this. Let me put this out there in pieces as well. I don't mean
Go
to
ahead, Sean.
take away your quote, Jill, but let me break it all down in pieces. Let me explain to you all that's on the live line right now why I brought up this topic, because this stretches beyond the Chris Rock joke. I just happened to find it on YouTube, and I was like, yo, this content is so relatable to what is happening with me right now. DJ Rollem has been on the journey with me, so he knows the full story. Back in, I want to say 2014, was it 2014 or 2015 when our fellow colleague and friend D Hill hooked me up with this one young lady, right? DJ Rollem, it was 2014, 2015.
I can't remember what year though, but yeah.
It was around that time.
Mm-hmm.
I met this woman who was so nice. She worked a regular job. She didn't have like much of a corporate professional job, but she was nice. And she did everything for me that you could think of. Matter of fact, to take it a step further, she's a Christian. And some of the things that she told herself that she would not do with whoever entered in her life or her significant other, she broke some of those vows so that way she can still keep me in her life.
Okay, let
She
me
was
find
so
out you
in
got
love.
something in there good.
But of course,
That's what she
absolutely
messed
no.
up at, though.
She
shouldn't have broke
she was
nothing.
rocking. She was rocking with the best. She was rocking with the best at
No,
the time.
that's right.
Right. I mean, I understand. I understand
So-
that, Sean. But I'm just
So
saying.
right, but let me finish the story. So I've been with her for a couple of months. When I think I was in my early 30s at the time, maybe my late 20s, early 30s when this happened. I wasn't ready for a committed relationship with her, but I rode the wave with her because that's what she wanted. She just wanted, at the end of the day, people, she just wanted a nice guy. That's it. She just wanted a nice guy. She just wanted time, quality time. She didn't care about where I was at in my life. She didn't care whether I was a millionaire or if I was just only making $5 or $6 an hour. She just wanted a nice guy. I messed that up because I wasn't ready for a committed relationship with her. Okay, so I was the one that broke things off with her. I came off as a nice guy to her,
Came
and
off,
that's
you
when
right.
I came
You
off
end
as a
up
nice
being
guy.
an asshole.
Hey,
No,
call it,
Sean,
but
not you.
listen, let me tell you, I was still going through my growing pains, especially years coming out of another relationship that I was in, where the woman I was with at the time before her was different from the woman I broke things off with. Okay, so now fast forward to 2018, I hooked up with another woman that I felt was more on my level, right? We've been together for 2 years. What attracted her to me and vice versa was the fact that we were good people. I was a nice guy. Good guy. And the other guys that she dated were narcissistic. They made more money than me. They were more established than me. But she chose me over them because I was a nice guy. Now, 2 years after that, last year, July, pandemic. We haven't seen each other in a few months. She was doing her thing. DJ Rollem knows the story. She called into a podcast saying that she was on a date. Now, this point of our relationship, we were considered as lovers and friends, but we had the boyfriend and girlfriend element. When she told me that, while I was recording my podcast with DJ Rollem and the rest of the squad, my heart dropped.
Wow.
To the point where after a couple of conversations, she broke things off with me and put me into the friend zone. Once she did that, that's where my mental health issues kicked in, to where I was in a state of depression for several months.
Oh my gosh, I've been there. I've been there.
I've been there.
So
Yo, I didn't.
So what she did to me was the same thing I did to my ex back in
Mama is the
2014,
mama.
Yes, it
2015.
does.
Galatians 6 and 7, man.
That's what he says. I
Reaping
will
and
not be
sowing.
mocked. Yeah. Yeah.
But
You know,
but look,
Well,
I can tell
Sean, hold
you,
on real quick. Sean, thank you for being so transparent, so honest about that. That was
Yeah,
amazing
for
right
real.
there. That was really amazing. You sure you don't want just such a J? Because you sound real like you
Jill, you out of control, bro.
look,
I-
man.
I
I'm
wanna
coming
hear
by
this.
this healing thing. Y'all know I was ill since November. You know, I'm getting better. But yeah, no, seriously, definitely. I've been there. I was in the bed one time for like 6 months. I couldn't get out. And that's how I made Making Love in V's Kitchen. I don't know if y'all know my story, but I had got crushed by a guy and I thought he was the one and I was going to have another baby and we was going to get married. And the whole time, child, he was messing with somebody and the girl sent me pictures and I'm doing that, you know, that thing that you do and in videos. And I was just so crushed. And all I could do was get out of bed and make Love in V's Kitchen. And that's how I exploded with my food business and everything else, you know, but it was just crazy because that was my healing, you know, because it was therapeutic for me to cook and things like that. But I definitely understand how that can take you up out of here when you devote your time. You think that everything is supposed to be what it is, and then you get crushed. But in that crushing, shout out to TD Jakes because you know he got that book, The Crushing and all that. But in that crushing, it let me see how I had did people like that when I was young. But I didn't pay attention to it. You see what I'm saying? So I love the transparency. But sometimes when I was doing things, I wasn't setting off to do them like I'm going to hurt you on purpose, but I just wasn't ready. Like what Sean is saying. Yeah, so that's dope. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And Sean, let me say this, man, like real talk. I mean, to be honest, you know, you were honest with the first girl where you said, well, and I give you kudos for, you know, not continuing a relationship with her because so many guys, and, you know, I've made the mistake where, okay, in my past relationships, where is, okay, you got a good girl over here, but I could just creep around or what have you. And plus you mentioned too about not being completely healed. Like I understand that because when I, you know, the Memphis situation, like I was single for a few years before I even just entertained dating again. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, even the girl I dated after her, you know, it was a bad breakup. And it was a situation where, you know, like she didn't want to claim it, or it was just like it was like a relationship where we weren't claiming type of thing. And it was just kind of blurred lines. Yeah, it can be kind of painful and it hurts, but this is one thing that God taught me is about with anything, you have to be able to let go. I'm just going to give you the abridged version of this story, but you know, when my as I mentioned, my mother died when I was 17. There was a family member, a close family member that was involved in it. Little did I know, you know, I thought I'd forgiven this person, but I discovered years later, and oddly enough, it wasn't until I was like 35, 36, that I didn't realize that I hadn't completely let go of it. And when I really, truly let go of it, I began to see blessings open up. There's a picture on online. I don't know if you all have seen, I know we all use Facebook and social media. There's like a little girl holding a teddy bear. And then it's a picture of Jesus, like trying to get her to give her the teddy bear. She can't see the bigger teddy bear that's behind Jesus, but she don't want to let go of that teddy bear. Right. We are that little girl, like with relationships, with somebody that did us wrong, or whatever the case may be. And God is just trying to just get her to say, just let it go, bro. Just let it go. Just that's why, you know, I understand the power of forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. So I just want to encourage you, man. Like, I know it hurts. I know how it feels because, man, like I didn't change my whole life and move to Memphis, Tennessee for this chick in my past. But that situation, though it hurt me, it was painful, it grew me, you know, and what was meant to hurt me, it made me stronger. But you have to, number one, forgive yourself. That's one thing that we fail to do. Forgive yourself for making the mistakes that you made. but forgive the other person and heal from that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And keep working on your purpose, because like the Sean that I've seen and that I know has grown tremendously. And I can go back to casual conversations. I remember when you were just a little guy on casual conversation, you just barely get airtime. Now here you are, you got your whole show and you running the show. You doing this. So you keep focused on your purpose. You keep doing you, because like what you're doing with love and poetry and then just building a brand and building a network, not too many people are going, can say that they've done this, and here you are. And as you continue to grow in your purpose and your show continues to grow, trust me, God's got the right one, because in Genesis, it says in 2:18, I believe, it says, it's not good for man to be alone. I'm going to create a helpmate, a suitable helpmate, meaning that God's already created her. But at the same time, going back to the teddy bear example, we sitting up here holding on to this teddy bear when God's got a bigger, better, more awesome teddy bear to get. So just let go and just
But see, and I appreciate those kind words as well too, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on the show, because I know you from back in the days, even beyond casual conversations, where you ended up working at the Once Upon a Time gospel radio station that I worked at as well too.
Yep.
But the other thing is this: it's also hard letting go when you are back in the dating scene and you ready to move on from the other person, and you keep running into women, or you keep dating women that say they want a nice guy, but. And what I've noticed is that I think it's more of a generational thing. And here's why. I have had conversations with older women. And maybe I'm attracting a certain type of women. Like, I tend to attract older women. I'm 37.
Right.
So I attract women that are maybe 2 years older than me, 5 years older than me, or even at times 10 years older than me, because of my thought process, how I carry myself these days.
Right.
And a lot of the conversations I have with older women about dating and stuff like that, even much older, like much older, cougar, right?
Yeah.
They say to me, Sean,
And if I were you, a
I'm just
younger
at,
man, I would
I
just.
just want. Do you know what they say? You know what they say, everybody? They say when we talk about dating, they say that I just want a nice guy. I just want a nice guy, or they say, I just want a good guy. I've been there, done that. I've dated the bad boys. I dated the narcissistic ones. I've been there, done that. I just want somebody to spend time with, travel with, et cetera, right? Now, with my generation, or the women that are a couple of years younger than me, they would tell me, yeah, you're a nice guy, but I want more.
All right. Well, this is how you handle that. I'm gonna tell you how to handle that.
They need some experience, some hurt.
No. I got you. And it's like, it's funny that you say generational thing, because we all as people, we really don't understand that a lot of the stuff, and a lot of times we go through the same things. It is demonic, because we're dealing with some generational curses. And but the thing is that most people don't realize, especially if you're a real believer, that Jesus gave us the authority over every power of the enemy. In my opinion, they talk about John 3:16, which is an important verse, but the most important verse as a believer is Luke 10:19, where Jesus clearly says, I saw, I give you full authority over all powers of the enemy. You can walk through snakes and scorpions and not be harmed. So what does that mean? That means that I have the power over any and everything, spiritually, even in the earth, I've got the power. So I don't have to keep falling into like these generational things. So, and the way to address that is to, one, pray about it, ask God to reveal to you what that is, to repent for it and renounce it. And then number two, as far as like, just you're dating and just like, okay, I'm looking for something different, close to my age range. I'm looking to marry. Believe it or not, I was almost like 400 some pounds But I really wanted to lose weight. I really, I got to get back in the gym because I'm climbing back up a little bit, which I am back in the gym. But the one thing I knew I had to do something different. And you have to ask yourself, what can I do differently in dating? Because I mean, it's a lot of, especially in Atlanta, all those women in Atlanta, like there's a lot of women,
Hold
of
on.
single women that
I don't know if they all
want a wife. And, I mean, they want to be married and all of this. So,
Child.
right.
That is
So it's
so
like,
true.
and then here you are, you're, you built a platform, you've built a name, you built all of these things. So, but it just goes back to what I was just saying earlier, bro. You just gotta let go, focus on yourself and your healing. And so that you don't transform that negative energy onto the one that, you believe in is there. Because God's already got it for you, but he's just trying to heal you and prepare you for her. And whoever she is, she's preparing herself for you. What she's dealing with, the experience.
She gonna be so thorough and wise, Sean.
Yeah. So my thing is, bro, like, yes, women, they do want, like, and the thing is, women, God made them so amazing, so complicated, but so amazing at the same time. But it just, again, it goes back to Psalms 37:4, where it clearly says, desire, seek, seek the Lord with all your heart, all your might, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. But we as people, we're so caught up in the bling bling, we're so caught up in our jobs and our families and even our significant others. And if you study the Bible carefully, anything that you put as an idol, God shuts it down. And I know I can say that personally from experience, like, arguably, even just when I think about some relationships, you idolize them, you put it more than God, God will shut it down. But not to get too spiritual, too deep, man, but just, again, just focus on your healing, focus on yourself, focus on bettering your, your broadcast and your brand. And the right one, she gonna come to you and you'll know. And you're gonna be healed and she's gonna be the right age range and she won't be no cougar. You know what I'm saying? And then too,
I'm 44.
There's
and I
nothing
tried
wrong
to
with
throw a
cougar.
little. Thank you,
Jill,
Sean.
don't
Because
worry
you know
about
what I'm
it,
saying.
May want children.
You ain't no
I'll
cougar,
put it to you
baby.
like this.
You ain't no cougar.
I ain't no cougar.
Well, I'll put it to you
I'm about
like
to be
this.
45 this
Right,
year.
but you gotta put down whatever you want, whatever you desire. God will give you the desires of your heart. If you that's it,
yes, he will.
The light in him, he'll give you the desires of your heart.
He will.
So
Starr gotta go. Hey, Starr gotta go, but she wants to say something real quick, Steven. Starr gotta go. Starr.
Hey, so what I want to say is, because we're on this topic about Sean, and Sean, like I said, we don't know all of the details, but I do know some of the things that you have been going through in your relationship.
Yeah, we had conversations. We had that conversation that one night. Yep.
Yeah. And so even in your energy, sometimes when I listen to, you live and stuff like that, I can tell that you're still going through the waves and emotions. So what I want to say is just this one thing. When you're ready, you're going to be ready. That's it. Can't nobody tell you, oh, well, focus on yourself or it's going to come or whatever. In your heart and your spirit and in your mind, when you're ready to get up off of that, to release that energy, you're going to release it and you're not going to look back and you're going to be glowing. And it's going to be a new you and a new light, and you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You'll be able to enjoy the good and positive energy and spirits around you and the people around you that love and truly appreciate you, because I love and truly appreciate you. And when you have those people around you that are going to stick around you, that's all you're going to need is that support system when you are ready. So it's nothing I can say or nobody else can say, but in your heart and your spirit, you're going to wake up that day and you're going to be like, you know what?
I'm ready.
And it is what it is. So that's what I want to say. And I enjoy all of you guys. I have to go. I actually have another meeting or whatever that I have to attend, but You guys can catch me on She Talk Atlanta. Y'all can follow me and listen to my podcast, The Starr Keels Show with 2 R's, on any platform, on Google, on Apple, on Spotify, whatever. Just type in The Starr Keels Show and I'll pop up. It's been a true blessing connecting with you guys, and let's link up and continue to push forward, especially about this relationship thing, because it's a must that we continue to fight and talk about this so we can have healthy, beautiful, wonderful relationships.
Absolutely. Starr Keels, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, nice to meet you.
On the Big Break. Appreciate your insight on
course.
things. Yeah, yes, indeed. Okay, so we only have a few minutes. Woo! We stretched longer than what we anticipated. This conversation has been very hot, very juicy, and intense at times. But I want to say this, a few minutes going out. So my question to the women online, if not a nice man, what is it that you all want?
Gentlemen.
If not a nice man. Or if you want a nice man, what does
she
he
dropped the mic.
She
dropped the mic.
She dropped the mic.
I'm gonna say I would like to say this. I believe the correct answer to that, where all unadulterated truthful is, most women don't know what they want, and it ain't that they confused. They just literally don't know what they want. Like, and then you
better be glad Starr is not on here anymore.
Like,
they don't know what they want.
But I'm just saying, like, when I say that, like, indecisive, I'm not saying that she don't know what she wants from a man, but she's just indecisive toward the type of man that she wants. So when the right man come along, she wouldn't know it because she's still trying to decide, even though she giving him a chance, what she really wants for herself. And hey, that's because, huh?
I think that depends on age. So, you know, I'm not gonna say how old I am because they look good.
Black don't crack.
Beautiful.
Let me zoom in now.
But yeah, it depends on how old she is. So, you know, I am, you know, I've got a grown son, so I know what I want. I don't have no kids in the house. I'm doing very well in my business. I'm known as the brand success coach. Trust me.
Ms. Miko, so what is it, Ms. Miko, from you? Give us your personal.
I want a good man, right? Now, he doesn't have to, I don't want a pushover like GT was saying. He has to be an alpha male, you know, but it's okay. You could be an alpha male and still be a good man. Know how to lead, right? Because I'm a strong woman, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to talk to you out the side of my neck or do anything foolish, because that's just not me. But again, like JT said, if I find that you're unable to lead and then I have to step up, then it's not going to work, you know? So that's the only problem, because I'm a go-getter, and I'm not of the age now where, you know, when I was younger in my teens and in the early 20s, I'm like, oh, I just love you. We could be in a cardboard box. That's not going to happen.
And Tamiko, I was just going to say something. I'm glad you said that, because a few moments ago when Steven said what he said about ambition and what have you, my thing is this: I'm 37. Mm-hmm. I'm already in my career.
Right.
I would not see myself dating or talking to a woman who is working at a dollar store as a cashier, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just being transparent, because the thing about it is, you know, like you said, it all goes back to age. Like, yeah, I could have dated a person like that in my 20s, but now that I'm 37, I'm building something, I'm on my way, I'm knocking on 40 right now. Like, I gotta meet somebody in the middle in my line of profession and where I'm at.
Or at least got the ambition. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she could be and she could be the sweetest, nicest person to work at a dollar store, getting paid $7-8 an hour.
Right.
But she can be the nicest person, but I just can't do that at this point in the game.
Yeah,
that hurt.
But shout out to the people who work at dollar store, though. Shout out to the ones that work at the dollar store.
You know what, though, sure. I think can I just say something real quick? I think it has a lot to do with too. It's kind of like you will be going backwards in a sense if you were to do that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
our story. It's just that when you start leveling up, like she may not be able to even understand what you have going on right now because she's not on that level.
Right.
So she has to come up. She might not even get it because she's just not.
And it's a mindset too. So not only level, they don't even realize. So some people, you know, they may be okay with getting $7, $8 an hour. And I don't even know what the minimum wage is, you know, then they get a job and they come up and it's like $14 an hour. Wow. But imagine getting $25 an hour.
Right.
You get $50 an hour. Whoa, can I get $100 an hour? And listen, when that 100 and 150 an hour hit, ooh, $350 an hour? Listen, it's a different mindset. It's all about mindset.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But,
man.
But to answer your question and the topic, do women like nice guys? I would have to say yes and no. Yes, they want a man. They want a guy that will treat them well, but no, they do not want to push over. They need a leader, you know, and they have to, you know, have a backbone. That's something that I've learned the hard way. And to be honest, you know, my dating experience, that's what I found. Is that you have to have that balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be just overbearing or chauvinist or anything to that effect, but you have to let them know what it is, and they have to, you know, command that respect.
And in addition, have to be an effective communicator. You cannot not know how to communicate. Okay, it's so important.
Oh my gosh.
It eliminates confusion, misunderstandings. Like, listen, cat don't got your tongue. Like, speak up. Okay. Ain't nobody a mind reader. Talk, have a conversation. And having a conversation doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be an argument. It's okay to actually talk.
Tamiko, I'm sorry. Let me take over real quick. Tamiko, I'm glad you said that, because another thing too is this is one of the reasons why I'm having trouble in the dating scene is because of lack of communication. I've been on 1 or 2 dates with women, great time and everything. We having a great vibe. And then the next day rolls around, like I'm texting you and you telling me, ghosting, or you telling me that you got to work, you got school, you got all this stuff going on. And I'm glad that you are doing your thing. But at the same time, I know you got at least 5 or 10 minutes out of your lifetime or out of what else you got going on right now to speak to a nice guy or a good guy like myself. Because you know what, there's 24 hours in a day. And part of what we do during the daytime is we go on social media.
Right. Well, my thing is this: I've learned too the power of the pullback.
But listen, Sean, I mean, guys do that as well. And I said they could be in their 50s, 40 something. They still play those games. And I only text you. Maybe I'll text you once in a while. Maybe a couple of days you won't hear from me. Guess what? It's because you have a whole bunch of women you texting back and forth. And so now your time is, and there's no boundaries, right? So then you talked about boundaries before. You need to have those boundaries as well.
Yeah, I think I've come to realize that I feel like everybody is a player down here in Atlanta.
Well, I mean,
I'm starting to feel that way because it's like, like Tamiko said, guys do the same. Both parties are doing it. They're like nowadays people are serial daters that out here texting more than one person. Like, I don't believe that whole thing you said that you busy. I do believe you busy, but at the same time, like, if you telling me that you too busy to talk to me or to talk to anybody, that means that, well, you too busy to talk to your parents.
Right.
Or you too busy to talk to your friend that you probably haven't talked to in a while, or you too busy to not talk to your kids.
It's a lie. I'll tell you that right now. I promise you. Listen, I am busy, okay? I'm working on multiple projects for my business. I work for myself. Trust me, if I had a boo, I got time for you, boo, because you need that downtime. It's a balance, right?
Right.
Downtime.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what Tamiko was saying, that basically exactly what I was going to say. Like, I work, I run a business, I'm active in ministry at my church, not to mention a couple of other side projects. But when you love and care for somebody, you'll make time for them, period.
Right.
And so basically, you're just coming across women who really aren't that interested. And then too, it's sad to say, like, it's people play these games and stuff, but you coming off as kind of needy, and a woman doesn't want a needy man. Like, and that's what it goes back to, working on your purpose and working on yourself. Because if she really likes you, she's gonna make time for you. Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of, man, you're a great guy.
I would like to say something.
You know what I'm saying?
Steve, if it's what you wrote in there, no. Okay.
We're not going to even talk about that on the air.
Yeah, so hush up.
We're not going to even talk about that on the air, bro.
I'm gonna need you to be quiet, okay?
Tamiko is a very attractive professional woman, but yeah,
Hey, y'all got the flavor. Y'all got the flavor though.
Oh Lord.
Sir, go back and check the security. Go check the walk the room, please.
That was funny.
Oh.
That's funny.
No, I'm just talking. I'm really giving y'all guys a compliment.
Femme le bouche is what they would say in French.
Yes.
Listen, hey, listen. The Beat Break Morning Show is also a comedy show, so it's not too deep, but yeah, just it's not too deep.
But I want to say though, I do got an announcement I want to say to Sean. Sean, every time you come together with the Beat Break Radio, you always have an all-star cast of extraordinary, talented men and women, and beautiful women with Atlanta hats on. Man, I'm really excited to be.
Good superstar.
You sound like he's doing some edibles at work. Lord Jesus.
I got a compliment to GT. I got a compliment. You want to know why I was quiet every time GT be talking? He sound like Barry White when he be talking. He be sounding like Barry White. I just like listening to him talk. You gotta believe in God.
We got both guys that do have deep voices on here, so yeah.
Just don't get me excited. Don't get me excited, because when I get excited, that's when my voice goes up.
What you say, Julian?
I said on my podcast, I tell them, y'all like it when I do it like that. I go real low, like a Gina Jackson, very white voice. You got to check it out.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Listen, Jay been plugging her podcast all night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's make sure we listen to our podcast. In fact, wait, what's the name of your podcast again? So I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go check it out. If you've been plugging in, I can at least get a listen. What is the podcast?
It's called Just a Touch of J.
Just a touch of J.
If you download the Just a Touch of J app, it's on there for free, baby. It's Just a Touch of J.
Download the app, buy the tapes.
Hey, let's reel it back. Rewind. We are on the Beat Break Morning Show.
We're getting ready to close out, Tamiko. At a certain time, people change. That is, I'm in a professional facility right now. That's why I'm not drinking. But if I was drinking, then yeah, it'd probably be.
But Sean, I get a chance to make an announcement. Remember my announcement?
All
I
right.
want to invite you all to.
Superstar, what you got for us?
My announcement, April the 6th, which is this Tuesday at 5:30 at First Avenue Park in Noonan, Georgia. I'll be live hosting the 13th birthday celebration of my daughter, who's going on to be with the Lord. So I'll be singing and speaking, and I'm gonna invite everybody out to come be a part of it. She would have been 13 April the 6th, and I'll be performing and singing songs. I got a new video that we're going to be premiering for her called One Prayer Away. And I'm going to have a birthday cake, y'all. We'll have a birthday cake. I'm going to cut where everybody who comes can get a slice. And it's going to be streamed on Instagram and Facebook Live for those that can't make it. And that's, I just wanted to make that announcement. That's April the 6th at 5:30 at First Avenue Park in Noonan, Georgia.
All right, we appreciate the info, and God bless you, man. Our thoughts and prayers are with
Yeah,
you, and our
God bless you,
condolences,
man.
by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Tamiko. Tamiko, what you got going on, sister?
All right, y'all already know my name is Tamiko Drummond. I'm known as the brand success coach. My company is Lotus Consulting Marketing. Once you choose us, they will never stop talking about you. I also have my own podcast. It is called A Cup of Resilience. I usually go live on LinkedIn, and then that's where I record it every Tuesday, and then it drops every Friday. So check it out. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Nice meeting you.
Yes, nice meeting.
Thank you for staying on longer than what you expected. I know you had to go earlier, but the conversation was just too juicy. It
was too juicy. I had to stay. So check me out at Brand Success Coach on IG, Brand Success Coach, or just Google Tamiko Drummond and you'll find me.
All right, Gavin, what you got?
Well, I mean, I'm currently not plugging or promoting anything currently. That'll change, but I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be a part of the conversation, but more importantly, a part of your healing. And I'm just glad God used me as a vessel to hopefully entertain and help somebody that's listening, to help you or even other panel members. I just want to say to you, Sean, you are a great person. You're a great individual. And you've always been consistent. And, just this whole situation, what you're dealing with, heartbreak is, unfortunately, it's a part of life, but you have to remember everything that we deal with is a pain that doesn't kill us. It only makes us stronger. And it's just like, look at it like going to the gym. When you go to the gym, you are in pain, you are sore. I mean, I'm actually slick sore right now, but it makes you stronger. The more you keep moving forward, the more you keep pressing, because in time you're going to heal, and you keep working on yourself, your purpose, your show. Before you know it, I'm gonna get the Facebook status or the invite like, hey man, come to my wedding. So you know what I mean? So it's a matter of time, but just hang in there, stay encouraged, and just be on the lookout for some great things soon. I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed everybody. God bless everyone. And again, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Gavin. I feel like this has been a combination of both the Beat Break Morning Show and Love and Poetry Podcast. I will talk a little bit about my I'm still talking about my mental health on both this show and Love and Poetry Podcast. But on the Love and Poetry Podcast with my other co-host, Sharia Thomas, we are going to talk about getting over your ex and making time for someone new. So this will pretty much spill over into the Love and Poetry Podcast. You all be on the lookout for that. But it's great catching up with you, Gavin, and I look forward to hearing some great things, some big things coming from your end. Just a touch of J, Beat Break Radio FM, Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Network carries the Just a Touch of J podcast, and you also do the 411 Wire, in which we got coming up in just a few moments, the hot 411 Wire with Just a Touch of J. Just a Touch of J, let the people know what you got going on.
Oh man, you guys can check me out. My name is R1976 on Instagram, baby. Making Love and Beats Kitchen on Instagram. The Just a Touch of J Fitness page on Instagram. We are Just a Touch of J, the Touch Podcast Network. Download the Just a Touch of J app and listen to the Just a Touch of J podcast, baby, because this is Just a Touch of J. Y'all know I got to put it out there in pieces for you. So it's everywhere.
Absolutely.
All the pieces of a puzzle. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you all. This is.
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you got one other thing, Superstar?
Yes, sir. I'm downloading that app right now as we speak. And man, I've enjoyed this podcast so much, man. I'm being straight honest. I ain't never had this much fun at work on the podcast. And I get a chance to look at one of the most beautiful women in Atlanta, in the world, with an Atlanta hat on the whole time.
Wait a minute. I forgot to say one other thing. Did I say Making Love and Beats Kitchen? I don't think I said that. Make sure I check out Making Love and Beats Kitchen. It's where I do my food thing.
I'm gonna do all that. I'm trying to get in the kitchen. I'm right there. But Sean, it, Sean, because you got Barry White, you got Miko, you got DJ Rollem, you know, you look like Spike Lee. Man,
like a road show where we go on tour and stuff and we talk and everything.
Yeah.
Tamiko,
I'm with it.
Let's do something.
I'm down. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We're gonna call it the Touch of J World Tour.
No, we can't call it that because it's everybody. Yeah, it's all of us. We got to put it out there in pieces. It's got to be all of us out there. I'm telling you, people would love to hear us. What y'all
I want to say this to JT. JT, if you come out with a book or whatever, I'm getting it. Man, you come out with a book or whatever, I'm getting it. I want an audio book, and I just want to play it. You give my mama a copy. You be like, hey, everybody, I'm JT. And you together, we're going to be listening to that. Man, that's a damn. JT, you come out with a book, Sean, you better let me know. JT come out with a book, let me know. I'm first in line. I'm going to be the first one to get it.
All right, superstar. That's why they call you superstar. All right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the Big Break Morning Show.
Sean, just a touch of superstar.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, G. Whatever floats your boat. It's a superstar. All right, we getting ready to wrap up right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, Beat Break Podcast. Sean Garvey ATL on Instagram and on Twitter, Facebook at Sean Garvey. Don't forget to download the Podcast FM app to your mobile devices. DJ Rollem, where can people follow you at, sir?
Always follow me at DJ Rollem on Twitter and Instagram, and hit me up on Facebook, DJ Rollem Townsend. Working on some mixes. Got some new stuff coming. Working on some mixes. So hit me up if you want to check it on out. Give you a real good, inexpensive price.
Inexpensive, right? Especially during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
So
your pockets are hitting hard and whatnot. So I understand.
Spend a little bit of that stimulus check on DJ Rollem.
Yeah.
They got that stimmy, especially if they got a couple of
Hey, Tamiko, DJ, if you got an event, Tamiko, hey, holla at DJ Rollem.
I sure will.
Exactly.
I sure will. Thank you.
Absolutely. Black-owned businesses.
DJ Rollem.
All right.
DJ Rollem. Add me on Superstar Lord on Instagram. Superstar Lord.
Superstar Lord.
Yeah. Instagram.
All right, Superstar Lord.
All right. Okay, cool. See, we love making things happen. We love networking and building relationships. That's what it's all about. Hey, listen up, folks. It's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. We got a couple of segments to go through. Mr. Moody, you may be a racist and you don't even know it, as well as Mr. Moody's morning affirmation. And also, the DJ Rollem mix. Gotta give a special dedication, a special tribute to who I consider as one of my favorite hip hop artists, DMX. Ooh, so heavy in our hearts right now, ladies and gentlemen. We send our prayers and thoughts to the family and friends of DMX. Absolutely. We got the caffeine and energy drink mix with DJ Rollem as he plays some of the best of DMX. He made a lot of great hits during his career, and it's just very unfortunate. But yeah. We'll get into it. We'll talk a little bit about that before we go into the mix right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast on BeatBreakRadioFM.com, simulcasting on ThinkingOutLoudNetwork.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stand by.